Hello, everybody. Welcome back to another of the Cauldron Chronicles. We couldn't be more excited here. We have some very special stuff happening today, which you will see as time goes on. We got some new art for the boys. You'll see that going by in the slideshow. It's all very exciting. All the cameras are looking good. It's great. I'm happy. I couldn't be happier. It's an exciting week. Next stream is going to be tomorrow. JTB, who you see just below me over here, that beautiful soul, and I are going to be continuing our honor mode run on Baldur's Gate 3 because he got the day off, I got the day off, so we figured why not get a little Baldur's Gating in, you know what I'm saying? Like, what do we have to lose other than our sanity? Other than that, nothing really new or special. I'm going to be really busy with work over the holidays, so you probably won't see me again until next Saturday for another Baldur's Gate stream. Looking forward to that. We're going to have all the Baldur's Gate we could possibly handle going forward. Right off the top, I want to thank Ryan for that raid. I appreciate you, my friend. Thank you for bringing your homies in here. Solid 10 D&D. Welcome in, Beast of Bifrost. Thank you for swinging by. G-Dorky07. I appreciate it as well. Me Aves, me bestie. You beauty, how you doing? You absolute wonderful soul. Other than that, we got all the homies here, and while I got them here, I'm gonna give them a chance to give you guys a little brief overview of what be happening right now. So starting with JTB, I'm gonna mess with Chris's camera for just a second over here, and you just distract the people with your beautiful self. Like,
hello, I'm JTB. You can catch me here every Monday, and then Saturdays or Fridays, depending on the work schedule, and apparently random Tuesdays whenever we have the time. Playing Baldur's Gate, honor mode, just being hard and stuff.
Shut up being hard. That's why I was sober.
Other than that,
much better.
Thank you for being here, I guess.
There we go. Vitekorl, also known as Ryan G. Wiz. What do you got going on, bud?
Hey, babies. Well, tonight's going to be the last stream for a little bit. However, there's fingers crossed, no promises about having a little mini stream while I'm home. Maybe see the old family fam. That might be fun, but you'll expect me back on, I think, the 29th.
Ooh,
so that'll be one fun time for January 1st, which is the Affiliversary. So there's going to be some craziness happen on January 1st.
I'm looking forward to that. I will be working the day shift that day, but I'll be around all evening. If you guys are interested, next Monday, provided I can get my shift covered, because they schedule me on a Monday, I'm just going to call in sick if I can't. We're going to have our Christmas game. So you can find JT, Ryan, and Chris, possibly joined by some other guests next week on Monday for our holiday special. We were going to do it this week, but Kieran had the week off, and we want him in the main campaign. So we're going to have him making a little appearance in just like a little bit. Just a little bit. Stick around. It's happening. It's happening right here. Finally, Chris, what do you got going on, buddy? You living your best life. That's what Chris has got going on, everybody. That's it. That's all. No more. No less. What you see is what you get. It's apparently a special needs child. Oh, now we're all
we do live in the area.
Because there's an autistic child sign outside of our apartment doesn't mean you need to act like it, sir. It's called masking.
No,
it's called masking.
Like
do
off.
You do it?
I'm excited to have time off of work and rest and see my mom.
Yeah, your mom's coming out. That's gonna be fun. We're gonna have to go grab a dinner. We're gonna go fucking eat some delicious foods. I'm excited.
Yes.
Some munchies.
With all that being said, I think that's about all we needed to cover for today. So without further ado, let us get back into the mists of Mount Voros. So, where we last left off, the party, having recently attended their friend's funeral, went home to the inn to celebrate the life of one Sol Morderas, planning to meet with the lawyers the following morning. However, during the night, you were woken by a ghastly scream and discovered that the very lawyers you had intended to go meet had in fact been murdered in the night. One of their bodies lay slain in the street in front of their office, and the other in bed where she slept. With a little bit of creative breaking and entering from our druid and the rest of the party, you managed to recover a set of documents that give you a couple clues as to what might be happening. Vitekorl had trouble deciphering how the woman who had been stabbed 30 times had died, so we had to clear that up a little bit. That medicine check did so good. Just clarification. What killed that woman?
It was stabbing.
It was stabbing. It was lots of stabbing, like 30 times. Couldn't stress that enough. Couldn't stress it enough.
Turns out you're not supposed to have 30 stab wounds in your body naturally.
It's crazy how bad you will do, in fact. If
I need a second opinion.
Has 30 fucking stab wounds in it. But that being said, we did some pretty fun stuff. What's up, Hildy? Welcome in, buddy. I appreciate you swinging in. I hope you feel better. All the love from us over here at the Apothecary, dude. Get well soon. Perhaps a healing tonic is in your future. It's just whiskey. It'll kill whatever you've got, I promise. The party recovered some legal documents, brought them back to their room to go over them, and spread them all out over the floor to try to get the full picture as it unfolded before them. You didn't find much until a particularly good investigation from the party led them to a small piece of fabric upon which, when they pulled, they found a secret document hidden behind it in one of these ledgers, the last will and testament of Sol Morderas, in which he bequeathed unto all of you his home and all of its contents therein. Party left the town of Fort Mistmere and made their way to their new home, about 40 minutes north of the town. Dusty caught the sight of a concerning individual, perhaps you might say, kind of watching them as they made their way down the road. And
He'd be stalking my ass.
just a little bit of light casual stalking, nothing major. No big deal. No big deal. We're gonna lose the cameras in about 2 seconds because yeah, I knew it. I knew it. I got it. I fixed it. I made it better. I made it better, guys. You guys made your way into the home upon arrival and found that unfortunately it had in fact been infested by rats. You did battle with the large rats as they had appeared before you, faring pretty well, except for Vitekorl, who unfortunately, upon being bitten by one of these feral creatures that had been enlarged to easily the size of a large dog, after consuming a massive amount of potion ingredients that had been left unattended over the past month or so, is now currently infected with some form of rabies-like disease, which he doesn't appear to be able to shake. Bobo with the raid. Let's go. A cheese raid. Where's the cheese? Give me the cheese. I want it. I want it. Thank you so much for the raid, everybody. Welcome
Love you,
in.
Bobo!
I'm Rusty. These are my friends. We're playing D&D. Welcome in.
Hi.
How are y'all doing? Professor, how are you? Welcome in, me homie. Thank you, Kieran, for handling the shout-outs, you beautiful soul. Welcome in, everyone. For those of you who don't know, I'm Rusty Tonics. These are my friends. We're playing some D&D. And yeah, this is D&D night. Welcome by. You picked a very good time to raid in. Mr. Bobo, you beautiful soul, welcome in as well. And Bobo, thank you so much for the raid and bringing your people by. I was just finishing up the recap. That was actually perfect.
Mr.
timing.
Bobo's mountain cock.
What do you?
Is that not the best name ever?
It's kind of amazing. It's kind of amazing.
It's the best name ever.
That's so fucking
And the best
funny.
people ever. I love you all.
Oh my god.
All the love from both of us, or all of us here. We appreciate you guys. Thank you so much. Bringing your friends by. We'll try to take good care of them. We hope you enjoy the D&D.
So big it has its own account.
Literally, it's that big. You all made your way back to the house, fought the rats that lied within. Vitekorl got a disease. He's currently dealing with a pretty nasty infection that appears to be spreading fairly quickly. And then, as you guys were kind of rummaging through some of the paperwork that had fallen off the table during your skirmish, Xechas noticed a particular letter sealed with the seal of Sol Morderas. Upon opening, he found a letter that had appeared to be written to you sometime before his death. I'm going to go over that letter one more time just to get us back into the headspace we were in when we left off last week. So, as you read the letter, it said, "My dearest friends, I'm sorry that you all had to meet under such grim circumstances. A world without me in it is something that no one should have to face. But at least you fools can face it, or face such a world together. If you are reading this, you have undoubtedly had to attend my funeral. I hope it was at least a cheerful affair, but I rather doubt it. In fact, it is more than likely that one or several of the people responsible for my death were in attendance, if for no other reason than to make sure I was truly dead. The company is nothing if not thorough. I have made many enemies and learned many a secret during my time on Vorosia. I dare not put everything that I know into writing should the wrong people find this letter in your stead. I can only trust that your insight will lead you to the truth as it unfolds before you. This island is not what it seems, and the mists hold many secrets of their own, as I'm sure you will see. While I wait for the death that I know is coming for me, I will lay waste to my greatest creation, lest my own secrets fall into the wrong hands. The secret to its revival now lies entirely with the dead. Ironic. I hope you like my home, as the lot of it now belongs to you three. Do with it what you will, but see it does not go to waste. It was one of my greatest privileges to have known you all. I have left you all the tools you will need to open the doors before you. You need only use them. Fare thee well. Sol Mordadas. And that is where we will pick up today.
DM, at some point, can we get a copy of that, like, in writing?
Yep. I will put it in the chat right now. Do you want the draft from Wilson and Baker as well?
Sure.
Please.
Scoot. There you go.
Scoot.
They're in there, though.
Wicked.
So, you read the letter out to yourself, or out loud, Xechas?
No, I read it out loud to everybody.
Okay.
Seems as if he knew his death was coming.
Almost seemed to prepare for it.
Yeah,
Well.
it seems kind of like he anticipated this at least, but the letter to its revival lies with the dead.
That part stood out to me too.
Did he have something on him that we missed?
I mean, if we want to try and find out, it's gonna be grim business, that's for sure.
No, I don't necessarily think so. Perhaps it's time that I told you all a little bit of something about me that's definitely relevant now.
Lore.
Or do you have a dead body in your bag? Like,
Well,
Oh, please do.
not really. I am the dead body.
Say again.
To make a long story short, while I was working with Sol, there was an accident, and it killed me. However, I woke up sometime later with this, and this time I'll take my jacket fully off and roll up my sleeve so you can see that it doesn't really end, and I'll kind of unbutton my shirt a little bit and show you that it basically goes down all the way into my chest where my heart is, or would be.
Would you look at that?
well, holy hell. That does connect some dots for sure. Your lack of eating kind of makes a bit more sense to me now.
Yeah.
Right. Oh,
You're incredibly cold.
Right.
That also checks out now. How long has this been?
As you guys are
It's
having
been-
this conversation, a thin beam of sunlight manages to just break through the clouds outside and shine in through some of the windows in the house, just kind of illuminating the room in these like thin lines of sunlight that come through the boards on the window. Continue.
Well, it's been, oh goodness, quite some time, probably about 15 years now.
15 years that you've been living like this.
It's actually not so
Okay.
bad.
I mean, to me, it's just incredibly cool and something that can definitely be monetized. But I'm sure it's your life, so I don't want to, jump to that conclusion, but it is very cool. It must be hard, though. Pardon the pun.
It's actually made things significantly easier in general.
Oh, well, that's nice too.
I guess that worked out.
Yes.
Hell, I'm still mind blown. I don't. I'm kind of concerned how close I was to ending up in your position now.
Well, I can
At
tell you.
least I know I wouldn't have died.
No, just been turned into a tinker toy. I mean, I'm sure that's offensive.
Trust me, it's quite hard to get under my skin.
I imagine so. You'd have to get a screwdriver. Ha ha!
Actually, you'd need these, and I'll pull out my tinkering tools and.
Look
This
at all
is
those.
Basically, how I do what I do.
You don't
It's actually
say.
made my study and my work significantly more bountiful.
I guess out of curiosity, you were working on this kind of shit before, right?
We were working with something that was very new. In fact, I don't even know if it had been properly introduced to Fellerun. But yes, it was basically arcane power that was being stored in stones, more or less, and one went boom.
I'm gonna flip your camera so it looks like you're facing into the overlay instead of staring
Well-
out the corner. There we go. Much better.
Okay.
Much better.
I mostly was.
Yeah.
I was mostly asking in terms of like, you were doing the mechanical kind of work before you exploded, right?
Actually, less so. It was fascinating to me, but I was more so interested in the actual, I guess how you could say, alchemical side of it. However, after that all changed.
Well, I mean, I'd imagine they had to change at that point.
Yeah.
There was some level of commitment you had to have to fixing at least yourself to some degree. Things.
Well, I didn't do any of this. I woke up and I was all, as you see now.
Well, I imagine when you were
Thanks,
separated, you had to keep up repairs, right?
It's actually quite easy now. A couple of little magical spells, and I'm right as rain.
I mean, I've seen what you can do with it, so I guess that checks out.
All manner of things. It's really quite impressive. I'm trying my best not to take advantage of it. You must promise me if it starts to feel that way.
Trust me, you'd have a hard time.
Good,
I gotta
good.
say, Vitekorl, you're very forward at the least, which I appreciate about you. You're,
Thank you. I've never
you don't
learned
beat
to
around
lie.
the bush.
I literally have never lied.
Well, he thinks about when he caught him in the lie.
Like literally
Well,
yesterday. Yeah.
Sure,
Never
we'll go
once.
with that.
I was raised in the woods. They don't lie in the woods. Bears don't know how to do that.
Well, they do lie down, but that's probably not what you're talking about.
It's true.
Well, you're
This-
clearly a businessman through and through, so I respect that.
Thank you. That's one thing they do teach in the woods. It's actually the best business school in the world. You know who's cutthroat at business? A jaguar. They are cutthroat.
Well,
Very
more
true.
of a rip out situation.
Yeah, gouging. It's really quite impressive.
It's not
Funny
really a
even.
clean cut. It's kind of like
No.
a whole tear.
No, they leave a mark. This feels
Uh,
good.
but
This
anyway-
feels good to learn this about all of each other. I feel like we're learning
Yeah.
more about each other.
I'm gonna start putting my jacket and stuff back on. Yes, so that's probably what he meant in his letter.
Well,
I don't
hell,
believe
if
that he would support us going around using necromancy to literally raise the dead.
probably
yeah.
not, but who knows? So I suppose the crystal thing. you were talking about. Is that the kind of shit that's in those lamps? He's gonna walk over towards one of the lamps that was on the wall.
Yes, it is. I believe
Oh,
Thank you for the gifted sub, Solid 10 D&D, gifted sub to Star Kitty. I appreciate you, homie.
mwah.
Thank you
so.
so
And
much.
yes, actually, before we got interrupted by these rats, I was looking for a way to figure out how to turn them all on.
Well, I imagine there's a lot we gotta look around for. He's gonna pull the key slightly out of his pocket and then put it back in.
Oh?
There's quite a bit that we still don't know is all in this place. So,
Hmm.
Yes, we should probably proceed with caution.
I'm gonna tear every bloody board out of here. I can't wait. It's got all the secrets in the world.
Love that. Thank you for the weather
Well-
check, by the way, Mr. Boba.
well,
You're
we
what
do
made the
need a
sun come
place
out.
to live, so maybe
Nice.
we replace
One room
them
at a
after we
time.
tear down the wall.
Yes, one
Was your-
room at a time.
As you're talking about having a place to live, your attention is drawn to the giant fucking char mark on the back wall from where Xechas lit the house on fire
Oh,
for a moment.
Don't worry about that. That'll be an easy fix-up.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Perhaps we refrained from fire in the house. At least
Yes, I panicked. I'm sorry
kept
about
fire.
that.
No, it's fair. They were big rats and they were doing weird shit.
I
Yes,
tried to reason with those sons of bitches, and they just wouldn't have it.
No, they were quite of unusual size, weren't they?
Yeah.
They're also just
no.
psychotic. Also, you're starting to really look kind of like how they were freaking out to me, Vitekorl. So we might need to get you checked.
Yeah, at this
Oh,
point, like,
You're looking pretty
Oh,
rough.
right.
Vitekorl's skin is even more the color of the gray has washed out. He's like a very off shade of white at this point. The Goliath skin tone has mostly gone away, replacing it with almost a ghostly tinge. You look at the
Okay.
wound on his leg, which is still unhealed, and you see there's just like
Oh,
a little bit of
goodness.
blackening in the veins, of what appears to be some infection already setting in. And then
Oh,
Vitekorl, you just feel a bead of sweat kind of trickling down your face as you kind of break into cold sweats.
I just kind of thought I was rotting down from the adrenaline of it all. But yeah, now that you mention it, I do feel kind of frail and sickly.
Yeah, you don't look great if I'm being honest.
You're.
I'm gonna sit down on the floor and I'm just gonna kind of like go down on one knee and then.
Yeah,
Oh goodness.
yeah, he's like already
All
just
right.
immediately after this fight, breaking out into cold sweats and half conscious on the floor. You guys might
Does
want to
it
get
look
him.
like I need to get him a pillow, or is his massive jacket enough cushioning? to
I
be
mean,
comfortable?
the giant fur collar on his coat is quite
Yeah.
adequate. It kind of acts like a personal airbag, but you might want to get him like a nice bed to lie down in, somewhere he can
yeah,
he can
all right.
rest and be
My
taken
head just
care
looks
of
like
a
an
little
egg in
bit.
a nest. Just like
Maybe a band-aid. Yeah, just a little bald head, and it's about the color of an egg at this point, but like one that's sat in your fridge for a little too long.
Okay. I'm gonna just start going through the rooms and trying to find a bedroom.
Okay, I mean, what you see, what you
Yeah.
get on the map here, you got a room with 2 beds. Looks like a servant's quarters, perhaps. Over there.
Oh, no, that won't do. I need
You
something
have
nice.
what looks
More-
like a guest room over here, not quite as well decorated, and then the top room is very clearly the former room of Sol Malderas. The desk still has
Okay.
papers spread out all over it, and you recognize his handwriting, all of them.
Yeah, I'm gonna try and help him get up and move him into the guest room.
Okay, roll me a strength check.
I'll
not very
assist as
strong.
well.
Roll me a strength check with
Okay.
advantage as Dusty is. You could do athletics, by the way.
We can both roll.
You can both roll, and we'll see how you do.
I can promise you want to roll at advantage.
Okay,
Okay.
it's up to you. Okay.
Hey.
The 11, you kind of get started on it, and you like have to go like a foot at a time, and then Dusty comes over and grabs under the other arm, and together we'll take the 18, and you manage to just pull him, dragging this like huge fur-coated Goliath across the floor, leaving a path in the dust about as wide as his jacket that has sprawled out over the floor. And there's
I'm a
just
human Swiffer.
there's just a trail leading all the way to the room where you guys drag him into the bed. The bed does appear to be a mattress of some kind, not the nicest you've ever seen, but definitely comfortable looking. And you get him just up onto the bed, kind of tuck his fur coat around him as he's laying there, shivering ever so slightly.
Now put him diagonally so that most of his gigantic frame will fit on the bed.
Yeah. If you lay him just straight down the middle, his feet will hang off by only about half a foot. Like, it's not the worst. It's a pretty big bed, but
Okay, sweet. Yeah.
well done.
All right, no, you just relax while we have a look around.
Well, as much as I would love to look around, investigate this place thoroughly, I'm really concerned about whether or not he's gonna last very long. I do want to take a moment to look at the wounds and see if there's anything medically I can do.
Roll me a medicine check.
I guess.
Okay, well that's your area of expertise. I'll see if I can get the lights on.
Okay. Pretty good. You can tell by fighting the rats, they were definitely diseased. You could tell by the missing patches of fur, the wild look in their eyes, the kind of frothing about their mouth. It's not quite rabies, but it's definitely something along those veins. They were definitely driven to near insanity to the point you, using Speak with Animals, couldn't even convince the rats to run away. And it would appear that they transferred that to him. You could, if you were interested in curing him over a period of like a week, to tend to the wound, try to keep it clean, and we could roll a series of checks from Vitekorl to just see if his body can beat the disease with some light medical treatment and poulticing from you. Beyond that, you know, based on what you're seeing, that holy man, cleric, or priest of some kind, someone with some holy magic, access to some mid-level spells, probably a little beyond what your average temple goer would be capable of doing.
All right, I got some good news and I got some bad news. Good news is you can recover. It is recoverable. Bad news is we're gonna need some kind of holy man, probably like someone more versed in what's the word for it? Radiant magics? That kind of thing, you know, God's light, that kind of shit.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Because if we sit here and I attend to your wounds, there's a good chance that unless you're constitute enough, you're gonna die.
When I was born, the first thing my mother said was, "Do we put him back in? He's not done cooking." So, Constitution, not so much.
Right, that's sad.
Yeah. Yes, it was. I agree. It's gonna be the first thing in my memoir. Really get the reader hooked. Make sure to write that if I die.
I'll take the note.
Thank you.
Oh my god.
Well, shit. You rest up here. I'm gonna go see what Xechas is up to.
Okay.
Grand idea.
And I might have to go try to find a fucking holy man. Yes.
Tell them I'm important. I'm not, but lie. Ha
You're of relevant importance to me, currently. So
That's the nicest thing anyone's ever said to me.
he just gets a real sad look on his face, like, what the fuck?
Ha
I'm so happy. There we go. Clip-on's working. Alrighty. I was just hitting there, like, through the entire speech. Just hitting it over and over.
Amazing.
We'll go through those later. So continuing our tour of the mansion of Sol Morderas, after his room, this room in the north,
Yes.
where you know the rats were consuming what appears to be some kind of potion of enlargement over the course of the last month and a half, caused them to mutate substantially. But you go in and you find Sol's workshop. You find an alchemy table,
Ooh.
design benches, craftsman benches, carpentry stations, and in the back, this top northwestern corner, you see a great forge and a large anvil resting next to it. The forge has long since gone cold, but you see a number of tools all laid out exactly where your former mentor had left them previously. And you can tell, even around in here, that this was a fully functional workshop where he was inventing and working for most of the time that he was here. You see binds of those massive cables you saw connecting what you determined to be lights to all the different walls, just running in all different directions, connected to cables that adjoin outside, and you can kind of see lightning rods sticking off near the windows. And this whole place has been wired, and you'd notice all the lanterns on the wall, same as usual, and there's just this settled dust that has just congregated on the floor so much that even when you step into the room, a little cloud kind of poofs up around your foot. The only places it's clear where the small rat tracks, or large rat tracks, I guess, more accurately,
Yep.
Have made pass through the dust and the kind of the thin places where their tails have dragged behind them. It is a room of creativity devoid of creation. It's a little off-putting to you. And the last time you saw a workshop this quiet was after your accident.
I just quietly say to myself, well, going to have to put this to good use. See if I can't find that power source. And I'm gonna start looking around for that.
Okay. Roll me an investigation check.
Sir.
Looking around,
Do I have any things left? I don't think I do.
you did burn a lot leading
No,
up
I
to
don't.
this, but
Yeah, I used both of them.
kind of looking around, you notice every wire runs into the wall and then just disappears from sight. And just looking around this main floor, you can tell that they don't seem to connect to anywhere up here. They all run independently into the wall in seemingly random places. Like, you can tell he definitely didn't plan out the wiring for this place. He kind of just, as he added more, would punch a hole in the wall and run the cable down, kind of deal.
Gotcha.
Kind of what they do in New Brunswick apartments. That one hits close to home. Rough. But yeah, it is a pretty impressive workshop. There's some light design work on the tables, but you can tell a lot of his best notes are missing. Actually, with the 12, you would see in the forge just piles of scraps of paper that have been burnt beyond recognition, just ash in the corners.
Okay, well, since I haven't found it, I'm gonna leave and go see if I can maybe find a basement. Maybe
Okay.
if there's a power source in a basement.
Yeah, you, this right room on the eastern side where the bulk of the rats came out of, as soon as you open the door, you are greeted by the smell of rotting food as it almost punches you straight in the nostrils. Food that has
No, I
been
just
left
stopped
out.
breathing.
That's true. Food that has been left out and festering and rotting over the course of the time being eaten by these rats. There is a storeroom over here that appears to have a number of just cooking wines, nothing too fancy or useful over there, and then a spiral staircase that descends just downward into the ground.
I'm gonna go back out and pick up one of my light rocks, two of my light rocks, and go down the spiral stairs.
Okay, easily done. You go down, and as you kind of weave your way down the staircase, eventually coming to the bottom, you find a small room, about 15 by 15, that has been carved straight out of the granite that makes up the bulk of the continent here. There's no bricks or anything like that, except for the cobblestone floor that had been installed, and you can, just looks like a square room carved out. You see 2 racks of wine on the western corner, and a number of just different food supplies, which have also rotted, albeit a little more slowly, as they were more like little more preserved by the cool temperatures down here. Just a small 15 by 15 room.
Oh, that's it. Okay. No power source I can see. Hey.
Nope. 2 lanterns, both disappear into the rock.
Okay. Well, no dice. I'm gonna go back upstairs and meet back up with the friends.
Okay. What's up, Retro? Welcome in, homie. You make your way back upstairs. You find Dusty kind of wandering around himself. Dusty, if you're looking around, you would outside you would see a large shooting range where it appears that Saul was practicing. Yeah, do you think? Saul was practicing with his various firearms and other things out there. You see a stable and what appears to be a garden that has not been tended to in some time. Most likely even before Saul had been killed. you never knew him to be much of a nature man himself. Kitty!
No.
Steal Chris's chair. Do it. Do it. Do it. Stuart, don't let me down.
Don't worry.
Stuart, you have a mission. You have a job to do. Don't let us down now. Stuart! You're making us look stupid!
Get over
You're
here.
making us look dumb, Stuart! God damn it! What is he?
I believe in you, Stuart. You
What
got
is he?
this.
So scared right now. There
Oh,
we
we
go. There
easily
we go.
could have kept this game going, but we're completely distracted by this lovable cat. Cat has disappeared from view. Thank you for the follow, Gamma Gamer. I appreciate you and Kamas as well. Much appreciated, my
It
friends.
reminds me of the fucking dog from I can't remember which Pixar movie.
Sorry about
But
that.
the one obsessed with squirrels. Just
Mhm.
squirrel.
Yep.
That was us. All of us right there.
Up.
Yeah.
Full
We were
ADHD.
trying to get Stuart to come over because he was wandering around in the background. So we were like,
I heard he made you all look stupid. Get ready.
He did. He made us look very, very stupid. Picking up where we left off, you make your way back upstairs and you find Dusty kind of meandering around as well. Looks like he wandered outside a bit and kind of just wandered back to you. Everything seems pretty simple. Everything just appears as meets the eye as far as you can tell.
Hell, was there any luck finding shit or no?
No, I haven't been able to locate anything, but there might just not be a power source at the moment. We might need to acquire one.
You know better than I about where to find one of them or how to make one.
Mm.
From what I looked at, we're gonna need something more than just medicine for him. Probably
Oh.
something of a more holy nature, or at least those kinds of magic.
Yes, I suppose that makes sense. Well, what time of day is it right now, DM?
Getting to about evening time by the time you're done investigating and fighting and going over everything. Sun's kind of beginning to go down at this point. You know the roads aren't
Well-
safe at night.
Yep. Perhaps at first light we can make a trip into town and see if we can't find a holy man who would be willing to help us.
Yeah, that's probably for the best. I would, I can do what I can for tonight. Try to help him out as best as I am capable. We should fix the front gate before we try to rest. Or at
Yes,
least do what we can.
Definitely, I agree. And we should set torches probably around the outside as well.
I agree.
Okay.
I guess,
well, let's-
I guess we just take some time and proof this place for a rest
yes,
till we
that's
can
a
do
good idea.
more.
Alrighty then.
I'll start making my way out. Try to, set some torches around.
Easily done. You find some torches laying around the house as well. You gather since he switched to the powered lighting source, he hasn't had to use them. So you do find a few. You're not sure how good they're gonna burn, but they appear to be pretty old.
I take 5 out of my bag and give them to you as well.
Perfect.
Okay.
You do see some torch stands around. Definitely some old remnants from when he was still using torch powered or fire for light. Xechas, you gonna take a look at the gate?
Yeah, I'm gonna go
Okay.
fix the gate.
Okay. So, just looking at it, you can see that it was.
Firstly,
Mhm.
I'm gonna go into the workshop, and I have a hammer, but I don't have any nails. I'm gonna see if I can find some nails.
Easily done. There's basically everything you need for basic crafting, and then some in here. Not even necessary checking. You do know Saul. He was not a
Good one.
particularly organized person when it came to his notes, his papers, his books, anything. But his workshop was organized meticulously, so he always knew exactly where everything was. And it's
Right on.
looking at it now, it's almost laid out very similar, if not somewhat mirrored from the last time you would have worked with him in a workshop. It's very similar in design. You can tell
Okay.
he's a creature of habit very much. So you do find some nails, easily done. Some
As am I.
screws. Yep.
Mhm.
And you go.
Sweet. Okay.
You look at the door and see that it was very clearly just bashed in what appears to have been one massive hit. Just something powered straight through the gate. The hinges have been broken, and the door where the lock kind of meets it is cracked, but still more or less held together.
Okay, this should be easy then. So for the hinges, I'm gonna mend those. I'm gonna use mending on those because.
Okay, roll me an athletics check to even stand up the door. The hinges are easy to mend.
Oh.
Yeah, the doors are both flat on the ground right now.
Okay.
Are about yay thick and have metal around all of the edges. It's definitely been fortified. Like, this is a reinforced door.
Okay.
Yep.
There's the fence around the gate is still good, right?
Yep. It's literally like something just broke the center of the door, and in doing so also bent the hinges and broke them off.
Okay, so around the top of the fence, right around where it's broken, is there anything that I could potentially hook a rope over?
Yep. There's wrought iron spikes that goes all around the entire top of the fence. Yep, easily done.
Okay, yeah, so I'm gonna rig a way for me to pull using the ropes instead of lifting.
Okay, easily done.
Because that should be easier.
Athletics with advantage then, please.
Sweet. 15?
15 will do it. It's not easy. You're not the strongest individual, but you manage with the help of some leverage, get the doors back into place, fit the hinges properly, and mend everything back together. I'd probably say it takes you about an hour altogether, just finding what you need to do it, getting everything set back up and mended and everything. So about an hour's work by the end.
I forgot that it's all metal and not any wood.
Yeah. No, they're like, it takes quite a bit, but it's easily done, more or less. And by about an hour, the torches are set, kind of just in a basic pattern around the entrance to the gate, the entrance to the house, and a few more just scattered, kind of casting light in the courtyard, which you now also see has a pretty malnourished and poorly taken care of garden, what appears to be a shooting range in the back, and now that you're looking at the tower from the outside, you just see more of these metal rods sticking off in random directions with these cables attaching them and running down into the roof of the house. That is about it.
Sweet. Do I have a key for the gate?
No.
Okay.
You do not.
That's a problem. I'd like to lock. However. Okay, I'm gonna go inside and search his bedroom for the key. That's the most logical place.
Roll me an investigation check.
Okay. 16?
You do, in one of the desk drawers, find a wrought iron key that looks like it would fit the padlock outside. Tucked under some papers in another drawer, you also find a small key that looks like it would probably fit the lock of the front door.
Ah, very good. And the front door is functional, right? Or is that also blown in?
No, it was definitely kicked in, but it was just like enough force to bust it open. There aren't a bunch of broken hinges and everything. A light mending, perhaps, where the two doors meet, just to fix the latch there, but other than that.
Okay, sweet. Yeah, I'm just going to make sure that the wrought iron key works, and then I'll fix the front door.
Yep, the gate is locked, as is the front door. Easily done. Quick mending spell, no sweat.
And lastly, I'm going to just do a perimeter of the fence to make sure that there are no other holes or vulnerabilities.
Okay, yeah, quick, easily done. You just walk the entire perimeter of the house. Doesn't appear to be any holes in the fence whatsoever. You do see a large chimney connected to the back wall where the forge on the other side would be.
Nice.
Yeah, other than that, it all seems pretty good.
Sweet. Yeah, then just fix front door and that's it for me.
Okay, you and JT, or you and Dusty, meet back up in the foyer of the house. Vitekorl, how you doing in there?
I would think that whenever either of the boys come back in, they just see me lying with my hands crossed with 2 copper coins on both of my eyes. Just...
Oh.
Just getting ready!
Okay, I mean, seems a bit drastic. We're going to get you cured.
I've done some bad things! I'm not gonna tell you!
I'm gonna do my best to make sure you don't have to pay no ferryman any coin.
You're going to
I
intimidate
know
him and
you
you're getting
love
me
your
in there
money.
for free. You're right. I want to take it with me. I think I'm allowed.
I'm gonna try to keep you alive, is what I'm saying.
Oh, good.
Yes.
Okay,
I'm going
that's...
to go into town at first light and find a holy man who can hopefully help you.
Oh, good. Don't pay them any money. They're all charlatans. Ha
Well, I suppose, but we'll do what we can. For now, I
Thanks for
need
the
you
follow.
to lay still for a minute. I'm gonna try to do what I can. I'm
just
gonna try to like
grab
dress
Dusty's
it and stuff like that.
like the hem of Dusty's coat and just kind of pull a little bit, and I just go, "Please help me."
Okay, roll me a medicine check, JT. What are you doing? How are you helping him? What does Dusty the Dusty Sharpclaw, the Tabaxi Ranger, know about healing people? What do you got?
Nurse
I'm mostly just trying to dress the wound in a way, maybe like herbs, things like that, that help with the infection, that kind of thing.
Okay. Okay, so go ahead and roll me a medicine check.
Okay.
Okay.
Awful.
Yes.
No, go ahead.
Okay. You managed to... What's up, Solar? Welcome in. How you doing? So, you managed to sanitize the wound as best you can using some alcohol that you find nearby. Stings like hell, Vitekorl, but probably helped. You go into the alchemical supplies and the different herbology ingredients you find in the workshop. And find a couple things you know that would be helpful mixed into a poultice, and you kind of mix it together and smear it in the wound before you bandage it up. So, because of that, I'm going to have you roll me a Constitution save at advantage, please, Vitekorl. This will just be for your evening's rest. Is there anything else the two of you would like to do before you get your evening's rest in?
Nice.
When you were looking around the workshop, did you happen to see anything to help maybe clean this up a bit? He's gonna hold the rifle.
Oh, I found more than just that. Would you like to see the workshop before we...
Yeah, if you wanna show me the way.
Yes. Alright, Vitekorl, you have a good rest and just don't die in the middle of the night, or I'll kill you myself.
You're not my real dad. Haha.
No, I would sure hope not.
Feel like if you were his real dad, you probably wouldn't have turned out this way. Anyways.
Xechas would make a wonderful father. Wonderful.
Not so sure about that, but...
Xechas
I don't think Xechas can be a dad. Not anymore.
Sure, he's got a robot dick.
Actually...
Ha
surprisingly that part's still intact, but I don't know if it would still work like that.
Well, the problem is, do your
Curious.
swimmer swim or not? Is the real question.
Jesus Christ.
Robot sperm.
Listen, I don't know how we got on this topic, but maybe let's just
Yes, let's go to the workshop.
All
Just
right?
pull up
walk
to
out of there.
Xechas like, does your dick work? Does it? Does your dick work? Does your dick work?
My
Does it?
dying wish is to know if your dick works.
I need to know if your dick works. Tell me now.
Don't let me go into the great thereafter without knowing. Do that thing. Do the thing. Ha ha!
Oh no. Okay. Dusty.
I walk out of the room.
Yeah, Dusty and Xechas, you both go to kind of explore. Xechas kind of shows you the workshop, and you see what was basically the full shop needed to run your entire own blacksmith business, if not more. You gather, if anywhere, be capable of either fixing or replacing the rusty musket you currently find yourself using, this would likely be the place.
Yes, so with access to a workshop like this, I can properly fully restore your rifle. It would take some time, of course, but I could do it.
That's good news. Oh, you could probably build a few if we got the right shit.
Almost certainly. However, I do have one project on the go right now that has my utmost attention, unfortunately, before I tackle building more
That's-
guns. I am happy to help you with yours, though.
That's completely fair. I mean, I wasn't expecting it to be a quick process or to be started right away in any capacity.
Oh, it would probably only take a few days at most.
I mean,
Problem
as
is
you've seen,
restarting the
this.
forge.
I mean, as you've seen, this shoots just fine for now.
Yes, it does.
So I can't really complain. So take care of what you got to take care of, and then we can revisit.
Still need to figure out how to get all these lights on and where the power source would even be if there is one. Problem for tomorrow, maybe.
Yeah, I was
good.
gonna take a look around, see if I couldn't find something to put the fucking key in.
Oh, right.
But I feel like it's best we get our rest.
Yes, I do need to, actually, yes, another thing about me, I don't actually need to sleep. However, I do need to, recharge my batteries, so to speak.
Fair enough. Well,
So,
have a good recharge, I guess. I'm gonna go lay down. If
Yes.
you feel like you need a room, I think the guest one's still open. I'll probably just go
Oh.
lay down in the small beds.
alright, yes, I'm sure I'll figure something out. Might
I'll
honestly
give you
go
a nod.
in Vitekorl's room. Be there in case he, starts dying.
That's also not a bad idea. I might go lay down in the servant quarters.
Okay, easily done. Beds there, also comfy. They're smaller than the other two beds, but they seem to be made of the exact same level of quality. Comfortable, warm, cozy. You can see the light flicker of torchlight kind of breaking through the slats in the window. Vitekorl, while everyone is getting their rest, go ahead and roll me a d4 because you succeeded your con save. It is not a d6. Roll me a d4.
D4 coming up.
Yes, they have.
D4 coming at you.
I'm gonna hang out in his room in case he starts dying.
Okay.
And while I'm getting my long rest, I remain conscious, so.
Yep. 2.
Nice.
So, Vitekorl, your maximum health points go down by 2 and stay there. And you cannot gain that back until your disease has been dealt with. At some point during the night, Xechas, you notice Vitekorl beginning to sweat more and more profusely, shivering at some points. His eyes are open, but they're kind of slightly rolling back into his head, and he's not really responsive when you try to wake him up right away, but eventually kind of calms down a bit, and you can tell the disease or whatever it is he contracted from those mutated rats is deep into his system, and he is not doing great against it.
At one point in the night, I do transform into a rat, just subconsciously, and I just... Oh, God!
Xechas, it's probably the most terrifying thing you've seen in your life. The rat, too, is very reminiscent of the ones you fought the previous day.
Oh,
or
God.
Before the rest. Patches of fur are kind of missing. There's like a frothing happening around its mouth.
It like busts
kinda
out
like-
of my chest and then envelops me and becomes me, and then I bust out of its chest and
I kind of slap myself to make sure that I'm still, all there.
That's fucking
And then-
rough,
oh.
dude. So, the following morning, you all awaken to the sound of what appears to be a light whistling coming from on the road outside your house. You just hear someone kind of far away, but whistling quite loudly, very audibly.
Are we long resting?
We are long resting. Hit your long rest button. This is as you wake up the following morning. You all hear this. This appears to be someone meandering down the road, or at least that's what it sounds like.
I'm gonna run to a window and open a shutter where I think it's coming from, if I see if I can see anybody.
You kind of look through one of the slats in the wood, and you see just coming over the rise of a hill, about maybe barely a couple minutes up the road, just within earshot of the whistling. You see this individual clad in bright shining armor, a long cloak hanging over the shoulders with a fur trim around it to keep him warm, is just kind of haphazardly meandering down the road, whistling quietly to himself. And if y'all would be so kind, please do welcome Mr. Kirinshikato to the game. Everyone say hello. Kirin, take a minute. Tell people about yourself as a streamer and what your character's doing, what he's looking like. Go on ahead, everyone. Kirin.
Good evening, everyone. Stream-wise, I haven't been that well with holding up my schedule of late, unfortunately, because work was killing me. But tomorrow is gonna be our annual drinking and gaming stream for Christmas Eve, so that's gonna be something. Character-wise, I'm gonna be playing Gustav Kitzler, a clerk, Twilight clerk, who is an old friend of Salt, and I was a little bit distracted by the weather and a couple of inns and ale houses, so I was late for the funeral. Sorry. Didn't mean to. It happens, but yeah, the drink was good. It was happy hour. What do you expect?
Absolutely. Xechas, you just see this figure kind of walking down the road towards your house very nonchalantly, and as he gets to about the driveway out of your sight, you just catch a flash of the fairly plain brownish kind of dark colored cloak just flash out as he kind of catches the wind as he turns down the walkway to your house, and after a few moments you hear a loud sound of a plate mail gauntlet slamming on your front entry gate, which has just been newly sealed by you guys.
Oh, shit.
Oh my. But Carl, you should probably wait here.
I'm gonna start walking towards the door of the servants' quarters and swing it open.
They're coming for me. The angels of demise.
Hopefully not. Let's
I
go
hope
see who
they're
it is.
pretty.
They were nice enough to knock.
As you exit the room, Dusty just kind of looks over to you. I really didn't expect us to get visitors so goddamn soon. But here's the hoping it's not the kind that's gonna fucking kill us too. He's gonna swing the rifle over his shoulder and start walking to the front door.
Yeah, without any of his like leathers or armor or jacket or anything, just the shirt and pants he went to bed in, kind of slings the gun over the shoulder. Xechas, you as well could have make your way out, still not fully armored up and ready for the day, but awake and conscious. You guys go greet this individual.
Yeah,
I'll
I'm gonna make my
swing
way.
Click, unlock the front door, swing it open.
And there's just another on the outside of your gate.
Upon the second knocking, I'm just gonna kind of go, yeah, we hear you. I fucking get it.
I'm gonna scream back, Guten Tag, ist da jemand?
What did he just say?
Foreign angels.
Too tired for this. I'm too tired. For it. Get the gate.
Okay, I'm gonna unlock the gate and slowly open one of the sides of it.
As you kind of peek out, you see this individual, fairly tall, immaculate armor with the insignia of some kind of deity on the front. Roll me in a religion check, either you guys who are looking at this right now, if you want to. Kind of a seasoned face, wrinkles. Natural one. No fucking idea.
I roll more nat ones than any of you.
You guys rolled the same. That's hilarious. No idea what that symbol represents whatsoever. The kitty, I think, is the shortest of the whole group, Kamas, if I'm being honest with you. We have a Goliath, an elf.
I do be tiny.
He do be small. That's why he's got the gun. Half elf, yes.
I'm actually specifically.
Oh, we wrote it down. We did.
I'm 5'7".
5'7", short little kitty.
Taller than you.
Little kitty. Yeah, you're greeted by this individual, kind of a grizzled beard, smile on his face, kind of a slightly glazed over look to the eyes, holding his helmet under one arm and sling on the pack on the other.
And the smell of alcohol coming towards you.
Very much, like very Not only is it coming from his breath, but even his sweat that he's kind of giving off as he's walking, even in this cool morning air, just reeks of alcohol.
A holy man who partakes in the booze. All right, I'm interested. Can I help you?
Guten Tag. My name is Gustav Kitzler. I was an old friend and a holy man of Salt. I was supposed to be here a few days ago, but I got distracted. So I was late for the funeral, and I finally arrived. So, yeah, I was sent here.
Well, unfortunately, we are in the process of repairing this. This estate was given to us by Assault. And it's been a process. However, you said you're a holy man, right?
Yes, I am a holy man. I'm a clerk.
Well, he's gonna look over at Xechas. Well, ain't that fucking fortunate? Goddamn. Also, I don't know what you were drinking, but unless you're gonna share with the class, goddamn, sir.
I take out my flask, hand it over with the warning. Careful, it's very strong stuff. I brew my own alcohol.
Well, shit. I'm gonna take a sip.
It is like
It's actually
the strongest moonshine you have ever tasted. Like you've had some strong booze, but this is like Everclear levels of alcohol. Like as you take a sip, roll me a Constitution save as it just hits your system and shocks you awake. It burns all the. Oh my! Oh! You watch Xechas and Gustav as this 5'7" tabaxi, just kind of still half waking up from the day, takes a swig out of this flask, which you note, by the way, is starting to run pretty empty, Dusty. So you make sure not to take it all. Just like a good shot's worth. And as you watch him turn the flask down and cough it up a little and hand it back.
Oh fuck!
to Gustav, he kind of
what the goddamn hell?
Has one of those. He's kind of just lilting side to side a little bit. I'm gonna say you are now considered under the influence. Dusty, do with that what you will.
Oh yeah,
that is strong, like the strongest liquor you've ever had.
-1 to all dexterity related anything.
Yeah, you have the drunk.
For 3
you
days.
Currently have the drunk condition.
I'm kind of. What the hell did you put in that motherfucking thing? That's.
I grab it from you and have a smell. Oh, good God!
It's
I give it back to Gustav.
Pure alcohol.
Well, that's a fucking hell of a way to start the morning, I guess. Well, I'm gonna just.
It's actually. It's quite fortunate that you've arrived. Our friend is ill. Got bit by a rat. Very, very big rat.
Oh
And,
yeah, he's looking about as pale as this one here now.
Yes, we're worried that he might, not last very long. Is there anything you can do to help him?
That is the guy. Show me to him.
All right, please come follow me.
Oh yeah, sure. I'm gonna start. I'm gonna go to follow him and just
roll
kind of.
me a dexterity saving
shit.
throw as you misjudge the distance of the first step and kind of half miss it, please. Okay, you've been drunk before. You get your hand on the wall, find your foot, and make your way into the house. Pretty
slow
easily.
Slow steps. All right.
Right paw, left paw, right
Gustav.
paw, left paw.
Gustav, you are led just in this front door and kind of to the left where there appears to be a guest room, and they're in the bed, barely visible, surrounded by these massive fur coats that are completely covering him, mostly from head to toe, just a little bit of legs and feet sticking out the bottom, and a little bald head, which looks about the color of an egg right now. Kind of just sitting amongst all these fur. If you've seen Triple X with Vin Diesel, picture his coat by the end of the movie, which just hides 90% of his head. That's kind of the vibe we're going for here.
So he's in his Goliath form?
Oh yeah. He's just laying there, eyes kind of half aware. He is conscious and capable of still doing things like fighting and living, but he seems to be pretty under the weather. There's kind of a sickly pale. You notice a bandage around his left leg that looks like it was recently put on and has already been bled through.
I'm sorry, we're terrible at introductions. My name is Xechas. My sick friend here, his name is Vitekorl.
Oh yeah, took some of your beverage. I didn't tell you my name. Nice to meet you. I'm Dusty.
Nice to meet you. I walk up to Vitekorl and I lift up the bandage, and then I call out, "What's in the 9 hulle?" And I take off the bandage fully.
Roll me a medicine check.
The Angel of Death sounds funny. Ha
Well, damn, I thought I did a good job.
Yeah, the bandaging was okay, but you can tell that some kind of natural poultice-like ingredients had been smeared in the wound, which in your experience isn't always the best thing. But it looks like it was done well and fairly decently.
Vitekorl is awake.
Awake adjacent, yeah, I would say.
Right, I turn around to Dusty and Xechasmeno. I need hot water. Xechas. Sorry. I need hot water and clean sheets, clean bandages. Then I turn to Vitekorl and say I need to clean the wound before I can fix it. So I'm gonna need to put you under. So there's 2 choices.
Oh.
First choice, you can have a drink.
Oh.
You look at Dusty in the corner, who's kind of...
And there's a second choice. Both will leave you with a headache, but the second choice is the fastest one to go under.
I'm gonna let you choose, Angel of Death. You seem all sorts of shiny and reputable. You decide.
I turn around and wait till Dusty and Kesha are gonna grab the stuff I called for.
You guys leave the room to go grab the various ingredients and stuff that you're asked for. You get alcohol to sanitize, you get clean sheets and blankets, whatever you can find.
As for hot water, I'm gonna go to the kitchen and see if I can maybe get a stove going of some kind. I don't know.
I mean, there is a fully functional kitchen in there. I mean, firebolt.
Yeah.
A pan, water, firebolt. Pan, water.
Does it work like that?
I mean, effectively over time, you could imagine. At least enough to light a stove.
Yes.
Yeah, like that's easily done. Dusty.
I go to the servants' quarters to try to find sheets.
There are plenty.
I probably knock off a good chunk of books off of the middle table.
Oh yeah, so many.
And then by the time I get there, I kind of just rip the sheets off and start shaking it, trying to get the dust out of the sheet. I was like, well, if it needs a sheet, this ain't gonna fucking do. So let me just, I'm just ragging.
I'm just gonna beat it off for a second. Welcome in, Mama Bear. Thank you for coming.
Beat it off with both hands.
Beat it with both hands, Dusty.
I'm trying to beat it. Give me a minute.
I can't do
Takes
it.
a second.
I'm a little nervous when I'm drunk.
As soon as they left the room, I turned to Vitekorl again and said, "Close your eyes and relax." And then I'm gonna take out my mace, turn it around, and non-lethally hit him on the head.
Just bonk him with the back end of your... Okay, roll me an attack roll, please. With advantage, because he is currently indisposed.
I trust you, shiny death angel.
Welcome in, Para. How's it going? I think we're swinging non-lethally. 21 will hit.
Oh yeah.
I'm gonna say it's not. We don't even need to roll damage. Just straight up. Vitekorl, as you're like, you go ahead and pick. You see your friends leave. You're like, oh, they're leaving, and then you just hear the sound of wood hitting skull as the back handle of a mace just bonk right into your forehead, and you are just out. You drift off into dreamy land, completely unconscious, having been bludgeoned into unconsciousness by the cleric. After about 2 to 5 minutes, a little longer for Xechas, who had to boil the water and get everything. That you guys come back in with some hot water and clean sheets, and you see Vitekorl laying on the bed with this large red mark just kind of across his forehead, and a little bump starting to
Yes,
form.
that method. I've been there. Here's the
Thank you very much. I'm also gonna cast detect poison and disease.
Oh yeah, no, he disease. He lights up like a Christmas tree when you cast that one. You're like, yep, that is disease. It came from some kind of mutated rat. It is somewhat rabies adjacent, if you had to guess, something along those lines. He's all fucked up.
Yeah.
Oh, look
Yeah,
at that shit, Xeos. He's glowing like a fucking Christmas tree. Goddamn, what a fucking special time of day it is.
After we determine that he's definitely diseased, I'm gonna cast lesser restoration on him.
Okay. Completely unnecessary knockout. You just put your hand on his chest and cast lesser restoration. And you guys watch as the blackened veins around the wound recede, and he's left with what appears to be a healing wound on his leg that is no longer infected. The sweating on the brow has begun to recede, kind of fading. The bed itself is still quite damp, like he was just laying there in fur sweating all night. But he does appear to get a little color back. He goes from this kind of sickly, ghostly white back to his normal, kind of rich, mute gray color. And you kind of put your hand on his chest and give him a little shake. Vitekorl, you feel something kind of shaking you awake, and you open your eyes, and you kind of
his cheeks.
You kind of got to squint a little bit as you just kind of coming to. Your head is sore. It feels like you got whacked in the face really fucking hard. But you feel better, all things considered. You no longer feel like you're on death's door, so to speak.
How much
Where am
health
I?
points did he lose in total?
He lost... it was 2. It was 2 max HP.
In total?
But that does come back. You're still down those 2, but you're no longer diseased, so your max HP is back to what it is. You'll just have to heal those 2 points later.
Okay.
He still has an open wound on his leg or wherever he got bit, though, right?
Mostly until it's healed up, yes.
I can
Okay,
cast Healing Word as well on him to heal the wound.
It's up to you.
Yeah, I'll cast Healing Word.
Hey, as you're coming to Vitekorl, you see this individual who you vaguely remember hitting you in the head with something pretty hard. You think?
Death
Maybe?
Angel?
No. That didn't. Nothing happened. You're all right.
And there's kind of a flash of just kind of radiant energy coming from him as you notice the wound on your leg slowly close up as you heal back to max HP. At least I'm assuming. At least I'm assuming.
Well, shit, would you
What's up,
look at
big man?
that?
Welcome in.
He actually did it. The color's starting to return.
Wow.
Goddamn, wow, that's impressive stuff right there. You fucking making booze and you're making people better. That's impressive. Usually it's the opposite.
Well, then I take out the flask and take a sip myself, and notice that the flask is pretty much
empty.
empty
That is the last sip that you had. You were either gonna have to give it to Vitekorl to help him fall asleep, or you're gonna drink it after. But you are now, for the first time in a long time, out of alcohol. And that
This is a problem.
that is where we will take our break for today, as you come to the realization that you are out of booze. Not really a cliffhanger to leave it on right now, so this is just a good spot.
Gustav!
About an
Oh
hour
my
and a
God.
half in, so we'll be back in 10 minutes, everybody. We're gonna go ahead and take a little break, run an ad break, get Big Daddy Bezos off our back. Para, welcome in, thank you. Big Man McCheese, welcome in as well, my friend. We will catch you guys in about 10 minutes. Don't go nowhere. We'll be right back, okay? See you soon. Welcome back, everybody. Hope you had a good break. Hope you had a good pee. Sorry about the ad break, but we got put those on so it stops the pre-roll. So we have new friends come in and not get hit in the face with ads. At least this way I can give you guys some warning. Y'all can run to the hills, go get a drink, go get food, have a pee, whatever you gotta do. I smoked a little bowl on the breaks and a little hyper. Feeling pretty good right now. So, picking up where we left off, the party had just met one Gustav Kitzler, the lovely Zemnian cleric, who happened to join us from his adventuring days and got a little stuck on the road. Eventually found his way to the former mansion of Sol Mordera, somewhere he seems to have either been before or at least was well aware of, seeing as he walked right up your driveway and knocked on your door. He came in, helped Vitekorl deal with his disease that was currently ravaging his body, gave him a good conk on the head while he was at it, just for good measure, and realized as the events came to a close that between sharing his booze with Dusty and drinking it all himself, he was now out. And that, my friends,
Dun, 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 dun.
is where we left off. What are you doing? Vitekorl, you feel the life coming back into you a little bit. You come to the realization that there are a lot of things that can kill you on Vorosia, and disease is very likely one of the worst things.
Oh. We need to be careful while we're here. And you, friend. Hello. Hi. Thank you. I don't know how to thank you properly. I don't have any money. I'm so poor.
I really would like to say that I did tell you that there was a lot of fucking shit to look out for here.
You sure
So, I'm just saying, I warned you, and now we're in this situation, and, you know, luckily,
To be fair,
fate
we're out of
has
the situation
decided,
now.
true, fate has decided to give us some good fortune, because this guy showed up on our door, and I'm having a fucking ball.
did? What's up with the cat? He's acting fun.
Oh, he had a drink of a friend Gustav's flask and seems to have taken it rather well.
Oh, that's why it smells like a party in here. You're the party.
Yes.
I'm so glad to meet someone else of high refine. That smell is nothing but high refine, I can tell. It was Gustav.
It's highly refined
All right.
something. Yeah. For damn sure.
Refined.
I then
Triple
lift up my
distilled
flask
even.
and shake it. This is a problem. The
Oh.
bottle is empty. And I do not have the supplies to make new.
Well, there's got to be a bottle of something in this house. I mean, Saul was a very affluent man. There's got to be something.
You all do remember he did enjoy his drink. Quite
Yeah.
frequently.
I didn't really know much about him, but I knew that he would send me these letters that would kind of droll on, and it would be on 3 pages, back and front. It was quite a lot.
Well,
I would have thought he used MLA format.
And I know he has
Oh.
some good wines in his cellar.
And there we go. I
Yes,
think
I
that's
did
the
see
least
that.
we can offer him for saving my life. Pretty sure. There's a lot of things that were kind of touch and go there for a second. I was seeing visions of things. I'm not sure. Death Angel is what I keep thinking of. Not sure why. But yes, I mean, let's go down to the cellar. Let's get you a drink. All of the drink. Couple of bottles at least. I'm trying to get up and I'm just a little.
Still a
It's
little
good, I'm
sore.
good.
Yeah.
Oh.
It's like when you get over a really bad cold, you still got that kind of ache in your bones a little bit.
Oh God.
Here, don't worry, I'll help you. Come on. And
Yeah.
I start stumbling over myself.
Yeah, roll me
I
an
had-
athletics check to help Vitekorl, the 6'5" plus potentially Goliath, out of bed in your drunken 5'7" tabaxi state.
All right, come on now.
With
You
the
gotta get up now.
disadvantage, please.
Up.
Oh, damn. Waste of a natural 20. Gotta go with the 9. So, Vitekorl, you're like, yeah, this is a good idea. You sling your arm over the shoulder, and as you shift your weight onto him, and then feel the weight shift as you kind of put it down on him. You feel just immediate give, and the both of you smack down onto the floor with a thump. Roll me a d4, please, Tabaxi. Dusty. Taking it seriously. Oh. That is off-putting. I would be off-put by that. You take 4 points of bludgeoning damage as you are crushed by the sheer weight of Vitekorl landing on yourself. I didn't think you were going to roll that high, I'll be honest. But, you know, life happens. And you just
broke one of your ribs, goddamn.
Yeah, no, like, you feel the entire 250-plus pounds of Vitekorl landing on your person and crushing you against the hard wooden floor.
All right, what the goddamn hell are they feeding you?
Is it less than that, Vitekorl?
Oh, sorry, sir. Oh my goodness, I'm brushing you. That is not something befitting of any gentleman. Oh my God,
the world is spitting.
I walk over and then extend my hand to either get Vitekorl up or Dusty.
Help them both up easily enough. Get them back on their feet. By this point, Dusty, you start to feel the booze kind of settling a little. That initial strike was a little much, but now your head's starting to hurt a little bit. Kind of not feeling so great.
Fucking, what is going on today?
That's a very good question. We're trying to get booze for our friend. It's befitting of any host. I am the host with the most. I'm like crawling towards the door. I'm like,
no. Vitekorl, relax. Just crawl back into bed, and you just got over this. You still need to rest.
Okay.
What's up, nerd? Also, Vitekorl, you have advantage from Insomnia Night, and Gustav, you have disadvantage.
Thank you, Insomnia.
To do mitvah you will. Yeah, Vitekorl is like, you manage to pull yourself to your feet, but you're definitely not feeling 100%.
I'll sit in the bed. I'll sit up. I'm not laying back down. I feel like I'll fall back asleep. Okay.
I'm kind of lean, propped up against the back with a couple pillows. The rest of you make your way down towards the cellar. And like I said, you find a pretty standard, like 15 foot by 15 foot kind of wine storage cellar that's quite a bit cooler than upstairs, being as dug quite deep into the rock, you would say. There's a pretty sizable collection of liquor bottles on the wall. All kind of against...
I'm gonna look around to see if I can find the strongest alcoholic beverage in there.
Roll me an investigation check, please. We got an inspirational quote from Nurhala, so I get a...
Yeah, I'm also gonna look around for something nice, too.
1 on the bottom, strong, is he.
I'll roll
2 in the middle, carrying 3. The third one's trying not to be 3 kobolds in a trench coat. Love it. Reroll for me.
Nice.
So yeah, investigation check from both of you as you're looking for the finest bottle of booze you can find down here.
I'll roll with disadvantage.
Oh shit.
Why? Because you're drunk?
Well, I got disadvantage from Insomnia.
Oh, that's true. Enjoy.
May as well burn it on a
Still
liquor check.
Really good. Yeah, you gotta do it on your next roll, so that works. So between the two of you, it's pretty easily done. You're kind of going through the bottles looking for. It's mostly wine, but you do find a couple bottles of stronger liquor, whiskey. Nothing too fancy there, but just enough in case you had some heavier drinkers come by. Xechas, also, I guess Gustav, at the same time, you both kind of reach for a bottle near each other and begin pulling it off. And behind the liquor cabinet, or behind the racks of wine here, you see what looks like the slight little piece of engraving in the stone wall behind. Can't quite make it out with the way the wine rack is set up. You see a little bit of man-made carving just kind of peeking out from behind some of the bottles.
Well, that's interesting.
Y'all find what you needed yet?
See Gustav turn around with like 4 bottles of rum or whiskey in his hands, just...
Yeah, potentially that and more. There might be something behind this wine rack right here.
Like what?
Right, well...
I'm gonna put the bottles on a table or somewhere nearby, and see if we can move the rack.
Okay. Avarian, we got a weather check. They're currently in the basement, I guess, except for Vitekorl. So roll me a D100, Avarian. Exclamation point D100, please. You guys roll me an athletics check to move the shelf. You can roll separate, or one of you can help the other 48. Vitekorl, as you're kind of sitting inside, you hear
Gustav.
a light rainfall begin to hit the roof, and kind of hear the rain hitting the ground outside. And it looks like a small drizzle has begun outside, nothing too major. So Gustav, you can roll again because Xechas is helping you. Thank you for the weather check, Avarian. Appreciate you guys.
Yeah, my athletics. That's better.
You are at least the second strongest person in the party.
Definitely. You kind of look for ways it might move, and as you're kind of investigating around it, you do see that it looks like an area where it's just been slid. There are no wheels. It's just the strength of sliding what is essentially 2 wine shelves a couple feet to the right along the wall. So you push, and with some help from Xechas kind of pulling, you manage to slide the shelves. And Vitekorl, from upstairs, you can hear this like sickening sound of something heavy being pushed along stone, just dragging uncomfortably along. The bottles are shaking on the shelves as it's kind of going over the rough terrain. And as you kind of get it pushed about 4 or so feet, maybe 5, out of the way, you see what looks like a carving in a rock, kind of like a door. Very simple door, but like just in the face of the rock itself. And on it, you see 4 symbols. Not 4 symbols. 4 engravings that match. They're about yay big piece, give or take. You see one. That's the shape of a hammer. See another below it. So the hammer's on top. Then below it, you have a chisel. And on the side, you have like one of the, I can't remember the name, but it's like you use it to core out wood. One of the old wood coring tools. That's basically a big corkscrew. And you just crank on it. Yeah. And then on the other, you see a what looks like an anvil. And on the anvil, there's just a simple ingot. And it looks like the ingot is the carving.
All right. Well, what the fucking hell
Augur,
was that
thank you,
racket
Avarian.
for?
How very much
As
like
I start walking over.
Oh,
leave
and
something like this.
Most importantly, in the center of all 4, right in the middle, there's what looks like a handprint, but not natural. The fingers are thin and oddly shaped.
Well,
Kind of look at my mechanical hand for a sec. Does it look similar?
Looks like it's an exact fit.
Oh shit. Yeah, I'm just gonna kind of, without saying anything, press my hand slowly against it.
As you do, you see a small kind of greenish glow just come from underneath your hand. Nothing else happens. It's very dim.
Does it stay there when I take my hand away?
No.
Okay, put my hand back on.
Glows again. Very faint, just kind of this light, pulsating green glow.
Wacht, man. And then I open my backpack and I take out a wooden box.
Mm-hmm.
Salt sent me this box with a letter a few weeks ago. And he told me to hand it to the people who inherit his house. So I hand it over to Xechas.
You handed a box that's about maybe a foot wide and only a few inches deep.
Okay. I'm not gonna check it or anything, I'm just gonna open it.
Okay. As you do, you see what appears to be 2 perfectly shaped diamonds. One is glowing, bright, pearlescent white, almost blinding. Like as you open it, the light just like very almost Pulp Fiction-y, just like erupts into the room, and you kind of open it, and
We're happy.
yeah, it illuminates the entire room as you do so. And then right next to it, you see one that looks identical, except it is devoid of light. There's no glowing coming from it at all.
all right, y'all are making this a fucking rough morning.
Dusty, you're like, oh.
Just sprint harder.
It's at that point that you see, covered in a blanket, Vitekorl coming down the stairs going, "My expensive mineral senses were tingling."
Can sense it from
Oh my
upstairs.
goodness, what?
Xechas,
I
roll me an
don't
intelligence
understand
check.
him.
Like a bloodhound.
Or Arcana, if you want.
Yes. I'm gonna use
Mm.
knowledge from my past life.
Didn't you run out of those? Oh, you long rested?
No, I
Never
long rested.
mind. 14. You recognize them when you see them. These are very similar to the things in the lamps, though of a much rarer quality.
Oh.
These are
Oh.
2 arcstones, both diamond. One
And
fully,
one is
fully charged to capacity, and the other devoid of any energy whatsoever.
Should I roll an Arcana as well?
You want?
Maybe I can explain a little bit. If I get the roll. No.
About the same as him. You're familiar with them. You know, coming from the town of the city of Lyris, which is very, arguably the wealthiest city in the entire continent. These are very commonly used, particularly to power houses, to power streets, to power factories, all kinds of things. This is an arcane power source. The rarest one available. Both of you would know that the contents of that box are worth several thousands of gold. Very, very expensive.
I just instinctively kind of cough and oh my.
The last time you saw one of these in person was when your torso was utterly ripped apart by an arcane explosion.
Yes, okay, we must be very careful with these.
Why?
Just trust me.
I do. Okay.
Well, I mean, I have no reason to argue, but can we maybe close the box a little?
Yes, they're very, very bright. However, I might need it to get through this door. I'm not quite sure.
Do you see a keyhole on that door?
I don't know, do I?
As he pulls the key all the way out of his pocket and looks at it.
All you see is a handprint in the center, an engraving, or the shape of a hammer, chiseled into the wall. Hammer, chisel, auger, and a what appears to be an ingot of some kind with just an anvil stamped on it.
Are they all imprinted into the wall, life-size, like something would fit into it?
Exactly like the handprint is, yes.
Okay, sweet. All right. We need to go into the workshop and find these things, and then press them in. Same way
Alrighty.
And I push my hand back in.
It
I'm
glows.
doing that.
Yep, again. And you looking at him you know you have a blacksmith hammer, but you know yours is not gonna fit in that. You're looking for something specific.
Yeah. So yeah, I'm gonna start going back up to the workshop.
I'm just gonna follow along and help him with whatever he points out.
Same.
Okay. So you're looking for tools. Looking for the tools that will fit that.
Yes.
Roll me an investigation check. What's up, Rusty? Welcome in. Hope you're having a good one.
Mwah.
You can all roll separately, or you can have 2 of you roll with advantage because you're helping each other. It's up to you. Xechas is already
I'm
in.
helping Xechas.
Okay.
I will roll by myself because I'll guide myself.
Fair.
I
I'll help
fluff up
Zayas
my
as
collar.
Not,
Only one
double
person.
help.
Yeah, only one person
Yeah.
can help and give
I got a
advantage.
17 though.
You can either help Vitekorl
I'll
or
help,
roll on you.
I'll help Vitekorl
This is
though.
important.
Beautiful. Oh, thank you for that.
So 18 for you.
Oh, wow.
16 for Vitekorl.
Plus 4. Dirty 20.
Dusty, you're helping.
Nice.
Okay. So, between the 2 of you, you managed to find a hammer. You managed to find the auger. And you managed to find in a kind of one of his shelves just a set of iron ingots. And you can see the symbol has been engraved on at least 2 of them.
Take both of them.
The only thing you don't see is the chisel. Doesn't appear to be in the entire workshop.
Ah, okay.
At least as far as you can tell.
Perhaps
Well,
he's
it
hidden
seems like
somewhere
we're.
in here.
Yeah, I was gonna say, it seems like we're missing something for sure.
Yes, we're missing the chisel. I don't know. Perhaps he kept it in his room, keeping things separate.
We can always go check.
Yes. Yeah. I'm gonna
Let's
go check
take
his
a
room.
look.
Roll me more investigation checks.
Oh,
Hell,
I didn't.
That's better. It's the same, but good.
So, as you're looking around, you begin making your way through the entire house. You feel like you're having no luck. You're beginning to struggle and beginning to grow frustrated. And then as you begin kind of rummaging through the room in the nightside table, you find the one half of a chisel. Just the actual metal part itself and the tang that would go inside the handle, but the handle does appear to be missing. And then with the 17 plus 2 from Vitekorl, as you kind of make your way through the servants' quarters, you notice one of the knobs on one of the dresser drawers seems a little out of place. Just a little too big. It kind of
Oh,
stands out to you, and you kind of unscrew it slowly from the dresser and then hold it in your hand.
you cheeky bastard.
Good rolls.
Ha!
Very good rolls. And you kind of reunite together and the pieces do fit and slot together.
He was a
I am
tricky
sure
one.
glad-
Surprises.
I'm sure glad you guys. I'm very happy that you guys are much more eyes on with things, because outside of just noticing weird shit going on around me, I don't think I'd ever find that shit.
I did a lot of I Spy books when I was a kid.
Yes, I remember those.
They were
You
good
would more than
books.
likely have an easy time with some Where's Waldo stuff, wouldn't you?
Oh, 100%.
Wa- Waldo? I've not heard of him.
Who is this Waldo of which you speak?
No one's found him yet.
It's an old fairy tale.
Ah, yes. As far as you can tell, you have all the pieces you currently need.
All right. Xeos is looking like quite rather excited at the prospect of maybe having solved this puzzle. He's gonna scurry back on downstairs.
Fair enough. You make your way to the wall. You can kind of take the hammer and hold it up to the slot, and as you begin to push it in, it almost sucks in. Not magnetically, but like as it does, the light behind it begins to glow. Just a soft blue.
As soon as they start putting in the items, you can hear a bottle opening and a click, 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 click.
In the background, coming from the back of the room, you all look and see Gustav just casually drinking in the corner. Oh, excuse me.
Attaboy!
You slot the hammer and then a blue light begins, blue begins to radiate from it. You take the chisel, put it underneath, and a white light begins to glow from it. Take the auger, put that on the left, and an orange light begins to glow from it. And then you take the iron ingot and slot it in so the anvils match up on the inside, and that one glows just a soft purple. And as it does, you see lines connect all the different points on the wall, and the entire piece of rock itself, as you put your hand on it, begins to slide inward further and further, and then just slides into the side of the cavern wall, revealing a 5-foot by 5-foot hallway in which you now stand, or stand at the entrance of. Hoot. So you guys are down here. This door just opened. No spoilies, don't look up. I couldn't fog abort because it's not working right. Get rid of the image slideshow, and you're all standing right there.
I'm
and
zoomed
just,
in so far I can't see.
There you go.
Nice.
I have just slid that room open. You just see a 5-foot hallway going about 20 feet back into the cave, and then taking a 90-degree turn to the right. Unless any of you bringing a light source with you, it is still pitch black. I just assume Xechas has his little light stone on him at all times at this point, because it's permanent, right?
What is the visibility?
Yeah, and I'll
I've given each of you one as well.
I mean, it is almost pitch black down here, apart from these 3 small rocks that each of the party are currently holding or wearing on their person that glow, just in a 5-foot light radius and a 10-foot dim.
Right. Then
Dusty.
I'm gonna give all 3 of them Eyes of Night. As an action, you can share your 300 feet dark vision with up to 3 willing creatures. You can see within 10 feet. Lasting 1 hour.
So like I put a level 3 in your party. As you watch, just pops the cork back into the bottle. Gotta keep it, make sure it doesn't spill. Puts it in his bag and then just walks out and begins moving his hands together. And as he does, the light that is currently emanating from each of these stones becomes, just for a brief second, blinding for a moment as your eyes basically adjust to having full dark vision at any given time. You kind of tuck the stones back into whatever pockets you keep them in. And you can see in mostly shades of light gray and black at this point, but you have a clear visual throughout the room. And the hallway goes about 20 feet and then just turns immediately right.
You're a useful one.
Thank you.
Appreciate it. As my vision has extended far beyond what I was
Yeah,
already
you can
able
dark
to-
vision already. Your dark vision is just better now. You're like, oh, fuck, okay.
Well, damn. All right.
All right, well, let's go. I'm
Away
gonna
we
take my
go.
shield out.
I dropped the blanket off me and kind of. All right.
I'm just gonna go in.
All right.
Yeah, I'm gonna put up my shield on one arm and put the mace in the other arm.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, perhaps here we should proceed carefully.
Good idea.
Who's taking the
I
lead?
agree.
I'll take the lead.
You can all drag yourselves down on there if you want to.
Whoop. Boop.
Are you sure you're feeling up to it? Oh, okay.
No, but I'm gonna. I have to
Okay.
prove something to myself.
You guys kind of make your way into this thin, it's about wide enough for 2 of you to walk uncomfortably side by side, but in single file. You have a couple feet of arm room on either side. It's about 5 feet by 5 feet. You make your way all the way in until there's just a hard 90 degree to the north. And then looking up there with your extended dark vision, about 30 feet long. Just same hallway, and then again, immediate 90 degree turn to the right.
Alrighty. Quietly, but not stealthily, right? Just quietly.
It's up to you. Are you sneaking or are you...
I'd say no. I don't think we should
Just-
have to.
Probably not. Just make sure you check for traps or anything that could, come out of the wall and stab you.
Smart. Whoop.
Go ahead and roll me an investigation check or perception check,
Whoop.
depending on how in-depth you're looking.
Just a
Path
quick
ahead
glance
seems good. You
sees
kinda-
nothing.
Take a look. You're like, it looks fine. Looks good. Looks fine.
Clear sailing.
Yeah, if you've ever seen a hallway with no traps, this is it. This is the
This
one.
is it.
And you all kind of continue making your way down the path. And as you get to about there, Vitekorl, you're stepping and you step, and then you feel an odd sensation as your foot begins to just sink a few inches down into the stone floor.
Well, here
As
comes the
you
vertigo
look
again.
down and you see a cobblestone under your foot just sinking.
Everybody run!
And as you
Well,
do, you hear
shit.
the door you came in close up behind you, and you watch as water just begins to pour in from the ceiling. You look up and see small spouts in the ceiling above you, just pouring spouts of water, already slowly beginning to fill up the room in which you currently stand. It's about halfway up your shin. At that point, I'm going to have everybody click their dudes and roll me initiative order, and we're gonna switch to an initiative order for
God.
this, just so we can progress forward. This is why we have the artificer look for traps.
It was fine. I almost died. I have death sense.
I love that Kieran's name is Xechasmeno. I don't know how that happened, but I'm here for it.
What?
I don't know. I'm gonna check that. That's weird.
I'm gonna check that.
I'm gonna check that. I don't like that. Why is that his name? I don't understand. It's fine.
I'm so glad I don't have to breathe.
That is, yeah. It's almost like this hallway was designed for only you to be able to cross it safely.
Oh,
So,
My friends will be fine. Or they'll die, and they'll be me.
starting
friends are
from
dead.
the top, at this point, the water is hitting about your knees, and you gather it's going to go up about a foot every turn until you're completely submerged. Vitekorl, what are you doing?
I'm gonna go ahead and try and find one of the spouts. Just the first one I find.
There's plenty. It's like picture fire, you know, the fire alarm
Oh.
things in the ceiling.
Yeah.
But like 20 of them, like one every couple feet. Just
Gotcha.
along the entire time, just pouring a steady spout of water. It's hitting you all in the face. It's kind of distracting. It's hard to deal with when you're just trying to. It's all the worst things about shower sex.
It's all the
Without the sex.
Without the
the
sex.
sex.
It's all the worst parts and none of the
It's
good.
all of the worst parts. What are you doing?
I'm gonna go ahead and just giving it my first try here. I'm still a little groggy. Can I, tall as I am, can I reach up and like touch it at all?
Yeah.
Gotcha. I reach up, touch it, and my hands just start to kind of frost over. A little bit of steam and smoke and just frostbite. I want to try and frostbite the.
Okay. Is that a
What is
range?
that
Is that a spell attack or a save? I feel like I'm just gonna give you this one. I feel like okay, it's a con save. It's a pipe. It's water. It's gonna freeze. So you reach your hand up and you grab the pipe, and see it start to freeze around your hands, and the two spouts, or three spouts, kind of one on the left, in the middle, and on the right of your hands, stop pouring water as ice begins to fill them, and even the ones past them begin to trickle a little bit as barely any water is getting through to those as well. It looks like these are all piped in from one direction.
All right. There's so many of them. And I just walk over to the next one, put my hands on it,
Get
and
ready
prep
to-
for the.
Okay, fair enough. Yep. You don't know how long it'll stay frozen for, but for now, you got a little bit of a frozen pipe going on. Xechas, what are you doing?
Okay, we're in a pretty shitty situation.
Oh yeah,
here,
you guys are
I guess for
definitely
them.
not looking good. For them, yes.
I'm gonna look for a lever to stop the water flow. I'm just gonna kind of walk and squeeze around the big man.
Easy enough. Yep. Go ahead, roll me an investigation check.
8!
No lever in here. And you gather if
It's
there
so
was going
bad.
to be a lever to stop the trap, it would not be
Yeah.
in the room with the trap in it.
Yep.
You kind of look around, going
okay.
about up to the door. You don't really notice anything about the door with that check either. It's pretty low. You're kind of distracted by the water hitting in your face, kind of cascading over the door, but you don't find anything.
Okay, how much water is around us at this point?
It's up to your knees, and at the start of the next turn, it'll probably go up by about a foot, maybe a little less, because Ryan has stopped the flow on some of the back ones. Though with those being blocked
Okay.
up, the water pressure on the front ones is kind of increased a little, so it's even more annoying. Like, it's just hitting your face all the harder. It's kind of unpleasant. Oh, I had a bug bite, and I scratched it. Oops. So,
Okay. For the moment, I'm gonna, because it's distracting, I'm gonna kind of, I mean, I'll have to go prone to do this, but I'm gonna go prone into the water.
Mhm.
Just chill.
just kind of float under the surface like a creature in the dead marshes in Lord of the Rings. I'm here for it.
Yep.
That'll be your turn. Dusty, your fur is getting soaked. Your gear is getting soaked. I don't know if you still have your gun on you, but that too is getting soaked. I'll say by this point, you've all put your like clothes and armor and jackets and everything on, but like you are wet to the core already, and it's just showing no sign of stopping. What are you doing?
Well, son of a bitch.
You're having a rough day, my friend.
Move down here.
Mhm.
Probably can't really see the door that well? Or can I?
With your dark vision and the fact that Xechas is just like, you come around the corner and you just see Xechas like under the water by about an inch, staring up at you as you come around the corner.
His hand pops out of the water and waves.
You have a pretty clear view of the door.
So does it look similar to the other one, or does it look like there's some kind of keyhole?
Roll me a perception check as your face is currently being pelted with water and you're looking, trying to look through as it's just pouring. Yeah, okay. 13. You do find what looks like another hand imprint, similar to the one on the previous door, and right underneath it, a small keyhole. Well, reasonably sized keyhole.
So with the key, can I pull the other key out of my pocket? Does it look...
Yeah, you take the key
similar?
that was given to you by Hebscore and Miranda, the governor of Fort Mismere. And you try to fit it into the lock, and it slides in perfectly.
Okay. Yeah, I'm
Pop my head out
gonna...
of the water and look at
So
what
I
he's
will
doing.
action...
You see him take
or
a key
dash
out and slide it into
get over
the
here.
door. You won't be able to like turn it or anything now because use your action to dash and shit. But...
All right, Xechas, get your ass up and put your fucking hand on this door. He seems annoyed to be wet.
Yeah.
He does not.
Okay, next up we have Gustav. What are you doing, buddy? That's funny.
If I use detect magic, would that be... Is it a magical way that the water is flowing in?
So you'd have to use it to tell, but...
Alright, I'll use detect magic then.
Okay. 30 feet. Okay, so you definitely sense magic coming from the door. That was a given considering how you got in here. You feel a sense of it coming from over here. It is visible, so you wouldn't actually see that. Looking up at the pipes, it looks purely mechanical, like he found a way to pipe in this water completely himself. You do see like a faint glow coming from around the corner where Xechas is as well. Being that everything he carries is enchanted at this point.
Yeah, well, I should have known that before.
Yeah, but as you can
it's
tell,
actually just my bag and armor.
That's true. And the little beads of light you're putting on everybody and everything else.
Yes, those.
Yeah, but as far as you can tell, it is completely mechanical in every way. Saul was smart like that. In a world full of magic users, sometimes the easiest way past them is to just keep it simple, stupid. And that was your action to cast that.
That was an action, yeah.
Yeah.
Then I still have some movement left, don't I?
Yeah, you can move right to the end of the hall if you want to.
Yeah, I'll move to the end of the hall.
Okay, looking down at Xechas now, you can see like this aura of magic kind of coming from his chest region, just kind of glowing under his skin ever so slightly. The door, you see the same thing. The handprint that you see Dusty currently fitting a key under is also glowing ever so faintly. Anything else you want to do for your turn?
No, that will be it.
Okay. As the water continues to go up, it doesn't go as fast as it would have, but is now about just below crotch level, I would say. So good 3/4 of the way up your calves instead of all the way up, so that helped. But is kind of getting harder to move, especially for the folks wearing any kind of metal armor or made up partially of metal. Just it is getting a little uncomfortable and difficult to move, and the water is fucking cold.
Oh.
Very cold. But that being said, Vitekorl, it's your turn.
Vitekorl! Alright, I have my hands on there, but seeing all the conflab going on around the corner, I just peek my head around and go, "What have you found over there?" And I just look up, look down. That'll be nice. Point my finger at the one that's spraying at the door. Right in everyone's face. And I'm gonna... and another little snap of bright blue and mist as I frostbite that one as well.
Okay, you feel like a frigid cold going over your head, Dusty, and you look up as the water just like the spouts themselves freeze over with the spell from Vitekorl, who's kind of standing behind you with his arm raised. Oh, I hit the Christmas tree! Oh no! It's good.
Christmas.
It's fine. My little stormtrooper's a little fucking cockeyed though.
Dusty's gonna look back,
He'll be cockeyed for a while.
just
It's fine.
glare back at you. Thanks.
I probably should have done that sooner. I'm.
The hair is just fully standing on the back of his
Yeah,
neck.
yeah. It's a little frosty on the top too. Like the top little bits of the hair that's standing up on the ears has like little icicles forming on it. The water does stop though and slows down even more. Though you notice the ones in the back that you already froze over are beginning to crack and little spouts of water are beginning to squeeze through the ice. Xechas, you're up.
All right, I'll come up out of the water.
Splashes
looks like-
out of the water like a fucking pasty ass merman.
Baywatch.
Looks like you found
Merman.
a way through. I'm gonna shove my hand on the handprint and turn the key.
Okay, as you push your hand into it, you see again the subtle green glow come from the wall, or door, I guess, more accurately, JT, or Dusty, sorry. You, as that happens, turn the key, and once again the wall just slides into the side of the cavern there. A little bit of water begins rushing through into the chamber beyond, but you notice it all is also draining from around the center of the room. It looks like when this door opened, a drain opened up as well.
Did the water stop when the door opened?
Yes, and the water just begins to
Very good.
recede and drain out of the room ever so slowly. And then you guys are met with a very large, very dark room. You're kind of looking at it from in the hall as the water's kind of spreading out. It is pitch black, even with your dark vision there. Like, it is hard to see all the different corners of this room clearly. It's just different shades of darkness at this point. But it appears to be a room in which hundreds of different cables and wires are all running from the walls, coiling around these 4 pillars around the center of the room. And it looks like at one point they would have connected to this large machine type device in the middle. Oh, someone has to pee. Someone's got to do a pee or get his laundry.
Super fast laundry pee.
I'm trusting he can still hear me. He has his headset in while he's peeing. I'm hoping. But you
Nothing like D&Ding with the homies while pissing.
right? Like sometimes you just gotta have a piss break with the homies, you know what I'm saying? We're just gonna chill for a minute till he come back. Yeah, there was a piss break. Heard the toilet. It was a piss break. Or really fast shit break, we don't know. Could be anything. Could be any of them. I think it was a real fast shit break. So, you find yourself in this room in which these cables are just bound around these columns in the room, and they all appear at one point to have connected to this massive device in the middle of the room, through which you see several sets of electrodes that has just been smashed into pieces and is sprawled out all over the floor. The wires have been cut and torn, and they're just hanging limply from the walls, not connected to anything. And this room has been utterly and completely destroyed. Everything is trashed in here. As you all begin to file into the room, go ahead and just place yourselves wherever you want to be. For this, you're kind of just walking around, taking in the scene around you, and you gather this is very likely the device or the secret that Saul mentioned destroying to keep safe, because this is very intentionally and very meticulously torn apart. As you guys kind of wander through the room. You're met by just the silence and the dripping of water just coming from somewhere in one of the corners, leaking between the bricks. Dusty.
I'm gonna I start shaking the fur out as best I can.
Fair.
All right. Well, water boy, I think this is more your territory. As he looks at Xechas.
Oh, yes, seems as if my work cut out for me repairing this.
That's, I'd say.
Earth is this?
Roll me an intelligence check, please, Xechas. With advantage.
Okay.
So you've seen something like this before. 16. Your memories of the night that the explosion occurred are obviously shaky. What little bits you've managed to piece together was mostly just an explosion of color and power and unconsciousness. You don't necessarily remember everything, but what you do remember is a device that looked very much like this that you had been working on with Saul for some time before the explosion happened. And you remember the last thing that happened before that explosion was you taking 2 fully charged arcane capacitors, diamonds, placing them in the machine and turning it on, only for them to explode right in your very face. This is the machine. This is what you were trying to build with Saul for all those years. It looks at one point when he made his way here, he completed it. And then destroyed it to keep it out of the hands of whoever might seek to do him harm. As you're kind of walking around and taking in this moment, the silence of the room is broken by a and a slash comes out of the corner. Nice, love that. Vitekorl, as this figure materializes out of the shadow around you and just strikes out at you. Your 6 doesn't hit you. Oh, it's at advantage because it didn't know it was there. Still fucking 6. Let's go. And you all
roll
watch.
again. Maybe it'll be another 6.
And I don't want to do that. However, that is just for Vitekorl. Dusty, same deal to you. Wow, I suck today.
Oh,
I actually am ass. And then last but not least, coming in by the door, this one's gonna go for, oh my god. What the fuck?
Those were all single digits.
What?
Holy
Oh no, what a bunch of fucking rolls that was. You all watch as these creatures materialize entirely out of the shadow and lash out at 3 of your companions. Xechas, you seem to be spared the onslaught. Bro, I cannot believe I missed all 3 of those. Okay?
6, 6, 8, 7, 9, 8.
6 fucking rolls and not 1 hit. Okay, shadow. There.
Heavens.
Shadow. There. That one would have come from around the pillar. And this one is just hiding in the corner. Hey, boys, go! That's what you're fighting today.
Oh.
I hate that. That made me so fucking unhappy. I had this whole thing planned. I got a jump scare out of Ryan, and then nothing
You sure did.
fucking hit. Holy shit. Alright, everybody. Grab your character and roll your initiative, please, and thank you.
Up.
Bruh. Bruh. Fucking bruh.
Yeah.
Is that everybody? We got Vitekorl. We're just waiting on Kirin.
Give me a sec.
Yeah, do thing, dude. That was rough. That was like the worst set of rolls I've ever fucking seen.
It was
Right, can
too.
I give myself a vigilant blessing?
What does that do? As this was a surprise round, I'd say you probably don't have time to cast anything before this happens.
You give 1 creature you touch, including possibly yourself, advantage on the next initiative roll. The creature
Yeah, I
makes
would
on
say you don't get to do this on this one, just because this was a surprise attack that was unleashed on the 3 of you.
Alright.
Descending.
Yup.
Okay, starting.
There are 4 of us.
There are 4 of you. Wait, what do you mean? Did I miss somebody? No, that's all 4.
No, I know. You said the 3 of you.
Oh, you know what I mean. I meant the 3 who are being attacked. Anyway, Vitekorl, the one next to you, as it recovers from its miss, is going to take another.
Beep,
Gonna take another strike at you for an 11. That's not going to do it.
No.
That does not hit your AC. You feel the claws almost just scrape across your chest, but deep, like just turn back into shadow as they do so, and are not able to find purchase on your persons. Fuck, Vitekorl, you're up. God.
The mist got in.
God fucking damn it.
Hook. Well, after that slash, he kind of just backs up, and then starts to fall, but then he does a backwards Willy Wonka somersault, and then as he pops back up, he's a giant hyena.
Okay. Okay, we'll get rid of your guy. You put your giant hyena. What's up, goblets? Thank you for the subby, my friend.
Well,
You don't got to do that. I
Goblets!
appreciate you. Let's do a shouty for goblets. Boop. There we go. Enjoy. Everyone go show some love to goblets. Another D&D streamer. Love his shit. So where are you going?
hop, and I'm gonna go up. There we go. And I'm just gonna snack down on, because I am a moon druid, so smack. Oh, and this got fixed. Thank fuck. Hop, bite.
Go ahead and bite him. Bite him. I got you,
15.
homie. And that will hit as you bite and just try to find your way towards this somewhat amorphous shadow that has just lashed out against the thing.
Right. When hit attack, roll deal damage. This thing, as I bite down, the same misty frost kind of bites, sprays out from the bite wound as my frosty bite.
I love that. Okay. So you bite down. Unfortunately, I believe your druid attacks don't count as magic yet. Am I wrong?
I don't think they do.
I don't believe
no,
they
not
do
yet.
So, the bite doesn't do as much as you were hoping for, but as the magical frost just emanates off of the bite, you notice that does seem to, for the most part, land, and the creature kind of recoils back into the shadows under this crafting table, where you see just plans have been scattered out and just burnt to a crisp. There's just ashes left on top here now. Will that be your turn?
That's me.
Okay, next up is one by Dusty. Dusty, same deal. It is going to reach out and take a schmack at you and just kind of like reach its claw forward and dig it into your torso. You take 8 points of necrotic damage. And your strength score is reduced by 3. So go ahead and lower your strength score by 3. If you hit 0, you die. How are we looking? How are we looking so far? I don't think it's very good.
Not great.
You have 5. You have 5 strength currently. You have the muscle definition of a fucking baby. You are soft. You are softer than baby shit right now, my friend.
I'm a cat.
I am a cat.
Oh,
a
no.
cat, not a lion, not a jaguar, not a big cat.
You big cuddly
cat.
kitty. So you all watch as this creature drives its claw, very clawed long fingers, into Dusty's stomach and just holds it there. And you look as the you can't really see the color drain from his skin, but you see his eyes kind of glazing over and hazing up a bit as he loses focus. And he kind of slumps after. It looks like that hit did quite a number on your compatriot. I also mixed up their order. The 18 was supposed to attack. Was down there, but that's fine. We're just gonna swap them for this round because they act at the same time anyway. Next up, coming to you, Milord Gustav. I believe that is a miss. You have a 16.
That's a miss. Yeah, I've got 16.
So you feel a set of claws just scrape across your back as you're still turning to face this opponent. Oh, cuddly kitty, snuggly kitty. We love it. The cutest.
It's Dusty.
It's Dusty. There you go. Next up, Gustav. You see these 3, what you imagine might be undead creatures, making their way out of the shadows to attack your team and take a good swipe at you. What are you doing?
They are not visible to us, right? Even with our dark vision?
Oh, they're visible when they manifest, but it's just the shadow of a figure. It looks like a shadow person, literally.
Then I'm gonna cast Fairy Fire.
Smart boy.
And everything in a 20-foot cube within range are outlined in blue.
I do believe it is a save for each of the creatures, yes?
Yeah, a DC
13. And that,
13, yeah.
where are you casting that exactly?
Well, let's see. What's
It is a
20
60-foot cube. This room is 1, 2, 3. I mean, 5, 10,
That's...
15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40. This room's only 40 by 40, so if you put it right in the middle, it'll fill the entire space.
Yeah, I'll put it in the middle.
Okay. So I need a dexterity save from everybody in the party.
Hup.
6, 6, and 7. They all fail. So you notice as the shadows kind of manifest their forms, this fairy fire kind of lingers across their shapes, just kind of highlighting them in the shadows. Everyone else succeeded. I believe it. Yeah, I'm gonna say that
High rollers.
Feel like you should be immune from the effects of your own spell. I could be wrong, but he is in the fairy fire space as well.
Let me see. What does it say?
I don't believe that you are immune to it. If you are in the space, you got to make the save too. At least is my understanding of it. I could be wrong.
I can roll a dex saving.
Okay.
Oh god.
Okay. So all 3 of the shadows and Gustav are all highlighted by this glowing purplish fey energy that seems to hang on their persons. God damn it.
Raven here.
I'm so happy. Is that your turn? Do you have any movement or anything you would like to use?
Nah, if I move, they're gonna have opportunity attack, don't they?
Technically, yes. That is a
So-
thing. That is a thing they would
Yeah.
do.
So I'm gonna stay where I'm at.
Okay. Dusty, you're up. You're not feeling so hot. You got your
with
rifle.
the tan still there.
It kind of pulls it out as it finishes draining your life essence.
Hold on, Rusty.
Mm-hmm.
I still have, as a bonus action, a healing word.
You do.
Then I'm gonna cast that on Dusty.
Okay, Dusty.
Hey.
Go ahead and roll the heal on that one. So your HP comes back. Your strength, however, does not.
Not.
Ooh. Okay, you get 7 points of life back as you hear Gustav muttering to himself in the corner and casting a spell on you. You feel the healing magic kind of take over and seal up some of the wounds that, like, looking down, you expected there to be piercing wounds in yourself, but there's just nothing. Feels like the damage was mostly internal. Dusty, it's your turn as you're healed up. What are you doing?
All right, bastard. I'm gonna point the rifle directly at its shadowy face,
Mm-hmm.
and
Love the
I believe
gunner
I
feel.
attack with advantage, right?
Technically,
Is it
because
fairy
it is fairy fired, yes. You have a very clear, like, hologram, just like a halo around the head of where you need. Oh my god, 26 is gonna hit. 26 is gonna hit.
Be 10 piercing.
Unfortunately, due to the fact it is non-magical damage, as you pull the trigger and fire. I want everyone to just roll me a Constitution saving throw, real quick, as you are currently in a small enclosed stone room with a musket that has just fired. Okay, as long as no one's below a 10, you're okay.
Me included.
I'll say advantage for you because you're very used to the sound. I believe everyone's good. Vitekorl, Xechasmeno, everyone's fine. Let's see how Dusty do. This is a risk of firing a black powder weapon in a small... Okay, you're good with the 15. The sound is deafening. You hear your ears ringing, and you've almost likely got tinnitus now, but you are not deafened for the time being. It's like a little casual deafening, you know, no big deal. Your shot goes off, and you watch as the shadow kind of splits around the bullet as the small musket ball just tears right through it. A bright flash kind of illuminating the entire room, making these figures stand out even more than they already are. God damn. Well done, sir. Any movement or anything you'd like to do?
Yeah, I'm gonna take a
Just
step
muscle
over
blast the
this
shit
way.
out of everybody. Yep, Fate is still
I'm
in
gonna
its
take a step
range.
over this way. I'm not feeling too great, guys.
Oh.
Yeah, you notice kind of a sickly look on, like, the cheeks are kind of gaunt and more in than they usually are. Xechasmeno, you're up.
Oh, that's not good. Shit. Looking around, is there anything other than the desks made of wood?
No, 2 desks made of wood, that's about it. Everything else is stone
No.
or wire or metal.
I'm gonna go here.
Ryan, I think you were muted. Oh, never mind. She said can't hear you because of the tinnitus. Never mind. I got you.
And I am going to firebolt this one right here.
Firebolt!
Right, I'm gonna be right back.
Mm-hmm. Do your thing, everybody.
21!
21! Okay, that's gonna hit. Go ahead and roll your damage.
Isn't it fairy fired still technically, or does that end when
Technically,
gets hit?
no, it is a concentration. That'll just stay on as far as I remember.
Honey.
Could be
Okay,
wrong,
next one.
but that's how I remember it.
No.
Good try. You're still gonna hit 3 points of damage.
3!
Not enough to kill it, but as the fire kind of blasts into its form, it kind of dissipates all the shadow briefly until it can kind of recongregate back into a humanoid shape. Seems like it landed and hit pretty hard. Didn't like that all that much. You gather the magic is probably something they're not huge on. Why do I only have...
Basically just fire a little mini
Oh.
wrist rocket at it.
Vitekorl is out of the initiative because he turned into a fucking
Oh yeah.
hyena.
Yeah.
So, if I remember correctly, you were after the first one?
I think
right?
it was 18. Yeah.
Okay, you were 18? Okay, so 2 get to... Yes, 2 get to go. No. I don't remember. I'm just gonna put you in there. Wherever. Wherever.
it.
Add turn. Congratulations, you are now turn number 19. No, let's go
I'm
21.
gonna slot down one more. Yeah.
Descending. There we go. You are
Well-
after that guy. Okay. So you'll go in between the shadows. The first shadow, the one yeah, you were right after this guy because he hit you,
Nice.
then you hit him, or he
Yes,
tried to hit you. Okay, perfect. We're back where we need to be. Once again, it's just gonna lash out at you, and it's not able to fucking do so.
Well,
Fuck!
no.
No,
Because
wait.
as a
As a
did a
hyena?
12.
Yeah.
Yeah, that hits. That connects.
Okay.
That's my thing.
You take 7 points of necrotic damage as a hyena, and your hyena's form strength goes down permanently by 2.
I'm a strong boy. That's okay.
You watch as the shadow just takes its long claw-like fingers and just drives them down into the body of hyena Vitekorl. And you watch as like this kind of black smoke kind of mists around it, and you see for a brief moment the form kind of wither and then come back into shape. That will be its turn. Do you know what? It's going to risk the attack of opportunity from you. Yeah, it is. Go ahead and roll me a attack of opportunity if you want.
Up.
Thank you for the lurk, Creepshow. Appreciate you. We're just fighting some shadows.
13.
Oh, Kayla just gave Gustav the gift of advantage. What's up, babe? Welcome in.
Nice.
13 to hit is gonna just hit as he's pulling out of your space. 8 points piercing damage. As you bite a chunk of the shadow and kind of pull, there's like the smoky shadow that lingers in your mouth and then just fades away. It is going to dip behind the thing, break the line of sight from you guys, and move into the shadows. And he's going to use the hide action as he tries to break line of sight. Okay. You watch as this shadow goes behind the pillar, tries to break line of sight and blend in with the shadows and hide. It kind of just looks like it's pressed up awkwardly against the back of the fucking pillar.
It's just glowing.
Yeah,
with fairy
because
fire.
of the fairy fire. That's exactly why it got a nat 1. Love that.
Yep.
It's more a Kronk. Just
All right. Yeah, like literally. All right. It's your turn. Fight Carl, the hyena. What do you want to do? God damn it, dude.
yeah, you're gonna go
Fucking
ahead.
joke. I can't roll today. It's been bad.
I kind of look at him funny, and I'm gonna nod at him like, you know what? I'm gonna let you have this. 5, 10, 15, 20, and I'm going over to the other one. Hop.
Kind of jump over this ruined machina. Vitekorl, the hyena. He's Vitekorl. You're gonna take a bite at that, dude.
Vitekorl.
The shadow at this point is like barely manifesting into a humanoid form anymore. It's kind of just barely managing to hold that shape together.
And I'm gonna use my advantage that I got from Insomnia.
Hunt for that crit, baby. Hunt for that critty.
Hop. Come on. Oh, you rolled off a 20 the last time. That's why I did it.
Aren't you
What?
already flanking though?
Yeah, kind of. Technically. More or less.
Okay, cool. So I won't use that
Kinda.
one. I'll just use the regular one.
Yep.
And hop. 4 frost damage.
Yeah, that'll hit. So, go ahead and describe how you dispose of that shadow.
This time, the bite is less of a bite and a rip. It's more of like a quick successions, like a cobra, like a spy, and each time there's more steam and ice. Just
Okay, yeah, as you just bite through it, and these flashes of arcane magic kind of causing this frost energy to emanate from the hyena's mouth. Damn. Okay, that is one.
And then
dealt
I
with.
turn around. And using the hyena's rampage, I use my bonus action to run up. As soon as he's dead, I turn and there's like a blue glint in the hyena's eye as he looks at the other guy and just.
You're not giving him that. Okay, fair enough. Go ahead and roll your attack. Probably have to go up here because he's behind a pillar right now.
Oh, good. And up. Oh, come on. Why would you want that to disappear? In what world would I click that and make that disappear? In what world? Giant hyena. Up. Come on. Using advantage this time. Hey, okay. Much better.
12 reduced by half.
But this time it's a little less frosty. It's like tiny bit frosty, but not enough to be, like...
I was going to say, does the frost only happens once per turn, right?
It's 2 times I can do it a day.
Oh, okay. Oh, yeah, that makes sense. That evens it out a little bit. You reach forward with your jaws and take a quick bite from this kind of amorphous shadow figure. You take a pretty big chunk out, but it just reforms pretty soon after. It's reduced to 6. Okay.
That's my turn.
Okay, next up is the shadow over here dealing with fucking Gustav. Gustav is gonna take a swing at you. 15. That does not hit. I'm rolling just below
Doesn't hit.
your goddamn AC every fucking time. This has been the worst. This has been the worst. I haven't had a single good roll all fucking session. Fuck. Oh wait, I'm pretty sure I have an advantage from somebody. Someone gave me advantage. I need to hunt for this. Where is it?
Yeah,
No,
you
not
have a
an-
reroll. Yep.
I do have a
Not an
I
advantage. You
have
got
an
an
inspiration. Yeah, I'm doing it. I'm fucking doing it now.
Hey!
No.
Nope.
Ha!
Nope,
Then I-
rolled even lower. Same deal. You just feel the scraping of claws across the chest of your armor plate. Not managing to get through. Fuck. It's fine. This one's dead, so I can take him out of the initiative order altogether. That would leave Gustav. It's your turn. What do you want to do?
Yeah,
Make it
I'm
2
gonna
minutes.
attack
Fuck you,
the
Baron.
shadow that's below me with the green flame blade.
Do it. Do it. Howdy, Nunu. Hope you're having a good day.
Let's have a look. Da-da-da-da-da-da.
Sad DM noises indeed. The saddest DM noises.
Ooh, that doesn't hit. But
Yeah,
I
10
had
is
advantage
not
as
gonna-
well.
You do have an advantage, yes. Go ahead and roll again.
But normally or
Hmm?
normally, it's just a normal roll.
Yeah,
I don't
just roll.
think I can
Roll the same. Who needs a personality with a chest like this? Who do you want to give inspiration to? Rusty, take your pick. Ryan's pushing his titties together for you.
Oh, that's not hitting either, is it?
With the 8, no, unfortunately. Because you already rolled one, so we'll take the first roll. You swing at it and the shadow just kind of bends and moves out of the way and kind of reappears a few feet to the left and kind of moves back into your space. It's not sticking still enough for you to get a clear hit on. It's kind of just... God damn it, Ryan. It seems to be avoiding your attacks fairly easily at this point.
Then I've got bonus action, would lesser restoration, restore Dusty.
No. It is not a healing
No,
spell.
okay.
It is a cure disease and wounds, but it doesn't actually give HP back. You need to
Oh,
heal.
okay.
You need healing word or cure wounds for that at this level, I believe.
Yeah, but the strength he's missing.
No. No. You gather that really only comes back after a good night's rest.
Okay, that's
Yeah.
fair. Did Ryan lose health of Vitekorl?
As a hyena, a little bit, not a whole
Yeah,
lot.
I'll throw a healing word towards him as well.
Beauty.
There you go. Take that healing word.
Whoop.
Go ahead and roll for how much you heal. You take 10 points of healing as your hyena self.
Baby, yes.
Any movement you'd like to do, Gustav?
No, I'm just gonna stay there.
Okay.
And
Xechas.
counter the rest to come
Yeah,
and
just
help
keep
me out.
blocking the attacks. Xechas and
Yeah.
Stuart, what would you like to do?
Stuart would like to cuddle, and Xechas.
Roll for cuddle, please.
So I'm gonna see Gustav having a bit of trouble with this bitch in the corner.
Yeah,
and
he's
I'm
just
gonna send a
swinging at
firebolt
it
at
and
him.
unable to make contact. Go ahead and roll your attack.
Yeah.
14 will
14?
do it. 14 will do it.
Nice. Oh, max damage!
There you go. So on this one, as you just pull out your mechanical hand as always, tinker on it a little bit and produce this little mote of fire within you, hurl it towards the enemy and it bursts into flame around them. And that creature as well is defeated.
Let's
Just
go.
disappears and kind of reabsorbs into the shadow around. Keep Stuart. We will protect Stuart at all costs. Don't you worry, babes. Don't you worry, babes. That will be any movement or bonus actions for you, Xechas, as the creatures just dissipated in an explosion of fire. Can I redo my gift of advantage and give it to Stuart? You can. Yes, you can. Christmas canceled. If the cat
Yeah, I'm
dies.
good.
Okay. That'll be your turn.
Chill.
Dusty, you're up. You see one last shadow trying to haphazardly hide behind a pillar, but not succeeding.
5, 10, 15, 20, 25. My aim, my gun again. I'm gonna holler out. All right, y'all gonna cover your ears, and I'm gonna raise
you
it.
to
No,
plug your ears as a free action if you want.
take a shot. It's still fairy fire, right?
It is still fairy-fied, yes, so advantage.
Woo!
Natural 20, that'll do it. I mean, roll your damage and we'll see how you do. But it's a musket, so it's a D12 base, right?
16 is the max.
Okay. Is that with your +4?
Yeah.
Okay, so we'll just go 12, because whatever you roll, we'll have that added in.
12 plus 11.
That'll do it! Go ahead and describe how you finished this creature. Also, Constitution saves from everybody at advantage, because you were given prior warning and covered your ears first.
I'm a hyena, so I can't cover my ears.
And you have very good hearing, so disadvantage for you. No,
Gotcha.
I'm kidding. Just normal roll for you.
I got an 8 either way.
Gustav's good. Oh, not good. Okay. Oh, yeah, no, yeah, I guess yeah. So, y'all are good except for Hyena Vitekorl. Your
no.
ears are just erupting in pain, this high-pitched just ringing ever present in there as the sound of this firearm being discharged in such a small yeah, literally, it's quite unpleasant.
Mwah.
And that'll be that guy.
Mwah.
And that'll be that guy.
Mwah.
Oh god, they're all dead. Congratulations.
Woo!
You all stand having you look at Dusty, who's kind of just hunched over, struggling to hold the weight of his weapon in his hands. Actually, Dusty, I would say with your strength being at a 5 right now, roll me a strength saving throw.
Okay.
Just to see if
Or
you can
fall on
hold
your
your
face.
yeah, just as you fire this musket shot, the kickback is such that your arm just feels like spaghetti and you're not able to hold your gun, and it clangs to the ground with a sickening metallic on stone sound, and you look and just hope against hope that perhaps your gun hasn't been damaged by that particular incident. But you find with your strength being as low as it is currently, it is heavy to begin with. The kickback is just a little too much for you right now.
All right, that fucking hurt.
Yes, what did that thing do to you? What in the Nine Hells were those things?
I don't know, but they can get fucked.
Roll me a religion check, Kieran, if you want. Being the only, if anyone's proficient in religion, you could also roll, but I think that's mostly just.
But I got a +3.
Natural 20.
Second one of the evening.
Nice.
Okay, so. Well, you would have expected these to be undead. They weren't behaving in the same way that the undead shadows do. You gather this was something a little more along the lines of a fae. You didn't get that sense of undead that you usually get from that kind of creature, so it strikes you as a little odd that they were even there to begin with. Definitely didn't strike you as undead, though. They acted very much the same way as a shadow would. Do with that information what you will.
Well,
Okay.
at least now that we have whatever those were taken care of, you have to look around.
Yeah, y'all go ahead. I'm gonna take a breather. I'm gonna lean against the wall and just kind of slump down.
Okay.
Fair.
Kind of make your way up to here and just kind of lean your back against the wall while everyone is just exploring around and trying to make sense of what they're seeing. I want investigation checks from everybody who's taken a look around, and Dusty, I need a dexterity save from you. Just a nice dexterity saving throw.
Rusty advantage. Whoop. Yep, definitely doing that.
Okay.
Fuck.
It's very rough, guys. Very rough. Xechas, with
Over 19.
yours, you see in the papers and the different designs you see on the wooden tables here, there's a number of things that were burned quite hastily, but you can kind of make out a little bit of the notes suggesting what probably was going on here, and you gather that this machine is the power source for this home. This is what you were looking for. It seems your former mentor solved the great mystery of having some kind of constantly generating power source, and somehow You gather that the 2 arc stones you were given, one fully charged and one fully depleted, is kitty, a big part of what you'll need to get this machine up and running again. But there is months of work to be done here. Dusty, as you're kind of recovering, kind of just casually walking across the room, and you see everyone kind of going about their business and investigating. Vitekorl and Gustav not really managing to find anything. You guys do find a door here that appears to be unlocked, and you kind of make your way down. And it looks like you find a small prison cell, some kind of holding cell that was built down here that perhaps Saul might have made use of. Dusty, on the other hand, as you kind of finally find the spot on the wall to kind of lean and just observe things as you might need to keep, watch just in case anything decides to jump out of the shadows at you. You go to lean, and where you should feel wall behind you, you suddenly realize there is nothing, and you tumble back. You all watch as Dusty just disappears through an illusory wall. What was your dex save? 12. So you just hear shit, and you look and turn back as he just disappears into this stone. You kind of recover and manage to roll over onto your back and back onto your feet. And as you do so, you see a room with 2 very simple looking chests in it, and one very large one at the end of the room.
Guys, we got some shit in here.
Bro?
I kind of just go up to the wall and like put my hand on it.
It goes right through.
Through it? What? Oh my. Okay.
Dusty
Gonna
reaches
walk
and then
through
grabs your
the
hand and
wall?
shakes it really rapidly.
Yeah, you feel something grab your hand and fucking shake it on the other
I
side.
try and pull my hand out.
My name is Gale. Help me.
My name is Gale. Help me. No. Oh, God. You kind of
What was
take
that?
your hand back.
I'm just fucking with you. Get on in here.
Oh, don't do that. I'd walk through the wall, I guess.
And you all together make your way through the wall, followed last by a hyena. Dusty. On the chest at the end, you see a letter. And in the letter, there's a simple dagger just pinning it to the top of the chest. And at the top, it says, Dusty. Can't quite make out the words, but the bigger one at the top.
Oh, well, I'll check the other 2 chests. Maybe there's something left there for y'all. I'm gonna walk up and I'm gonna unpin the letter and start reading it.
Pull it off the dagger, kind of ripping the top, and it just says, Dusty. I trust this to no one but you. I trust in your hands it will be kept safe, and you will do what needs to be done. I can think of no one more suited to this task. Good luck. You'll need it.
Yeah, no fucking pressure, I guess. I'm gonna lean down and I'm gonna open the chest.
Okay. As you do, it explodes in your face. And you become Xechas Mark II. No.
Xechas
You're
has
becoming a
prepared me.
robot.
You
I am
just-
now Mecha Kitty.
You reach down, put your
Perfect. We
hand-
can now both find out if our peni work.
Come here, you little you were scratching on the door. Just want to show the people. You reach forward, put your hands on either side of the chest, and lift it open. And inside you see about a foot tall, half a foot or more wide, cluster of rock with different gemstones, all jutting out of it. You see diamond, you see topaz, you see amber, amethyst, just kind of jutting out in all random directions from this thing. It's somewhat rounded, but long, taller than it is wide, and there's just crystals of all types jutting out of this stone.
He left me a rock? As I go to pick it up, but I probably can't because I'm a little noodle arm boy right now.
It's hard, but you manage to pick it up and hold it in both hands. And as you do, you see the crystals just have this occasional faint glow coming from behind them. Like something's emanating a faint light from inside.
I'm so damn confused. Xechas, What the hell do you think you left me a rock for? I mean, it's a pretty rock, and he's gonna look immediately at Vitekorl.
Hyena
hyena?
Carl is drooling.
That's the biggest
Mine.
cluster of gemstones you've ever seen in your life.
Mine, as he points to himself.
I think perhaps he's tasked you with getting whatever's causing that glow underneath.
So it must. I don't think he intends for me to break it open, but I guess that's
Perhaps
what
he
has
does.
to happen.
Very carefully, if it's what I think it is.
Well, what the hell do you think it is?
Well, and I'm gonna pull out the fully charged diamond arcstone.
Looks nothing like it.
The glow. How different is the glow?
It's a glow coming through some gemstones. Definitely doesn't appear to be charged with arcane energy of any kind.
Oh, well, it's
a
definitely
gem.
not this then. I don't know.
On the off chance that it explodes, I'm gonna refrain. I think from trying to crack it open. I'll keep it around. I don't know. Maybe we'll find a use for it as we look around the house. And I also just have to keep it away from Vite.
Bow.
I can't have you selling this because it seems rather important.
Bow. Bow. Bow.
Can I do a Arcana check on it?
You can. Say at disadvantage because you've never seen anything
Oh.
like this in your life. 17? You don't think it appears magical in nature? Feels like it's more of a naturally occurring object of some kind. But at the same time, you get just a tinge of magic coming from it. Not sure. Strikes you as something very valuable, if nothing else.
I perhaps could try something. I don't know if it'll work though, but I'd need a little bit of time to try and figure out what it is.
Well, I mean, I was gonna sit with it for a second, maybe compare it to other rock formations I've seen. Yeah, it looks definitely odd from what I can tell. But if you have something better, I'm always open to it.
Quick bit of divination magic never hurt. And yeah, I'm gonna take 10 minutes and cast Identify. See if that helps at all.
Yeah. Go ahead and roll me an Arcana check along with it.
21.
It's magical, but it doesn't appear to have any enchantments. Nothing about it suggests that this is a magical object of any kind beyond something slightly glowing on the inside. It doesn't appear to have been created by magical means. It doesn't appear to have any traces of any of the important schools of magic on it. It is, for all intents and purposes, something naturally occurring, but there is a touch of magic to it that you can't quite explain, even with your spell, which you know, if it had been enchanted or was magically imbued in any way, you would know exactly what it is, but you gather that's not the case here.
Well, that definitely tells me that it's not a magical object by the normal definition of it. But perhaps you should just spend some time with it. You're right.
I mean, if it's something natural, I can do what I can to try to figure it out. I gotta keep it on me. Clearly important, so.
Very much so.
I'm unsure about the rest of the stuff, but I'm having what I would call a shitty day. So
Yes.
before y'all commit to doing anything else in here, I think I'm gonna go wait in the other room. I've been
Before it
rained
does-
on. I've been I got the shit kicked out of me. Y'all opened the loudest motherfucking wine thing. Yeah, I'm gonna go sit down. I think.
Before Dusty leaves the
that's
room, you know what always helps me? And I give him a bottle of whiskey. Offer him a sip.
Well, I can't turn that one down.
You grab the bottle, and walk through the illusory wall with it as you pop the cork off and take a swig. And as you make your way upstairs, and the rest of the party is standing in this, what appears to be a small treasure room, that is where we're going to wrap up the session today, because we're hitting the 3-hour mark. Thank you, Kieran, for joining us today. We'll find a good way to exit your character in the next session. Thank you for coming for this one. We appreciate you. We know you still got to go. You got a dead man to go see. You know, you got to go pay your respects and shit. Other than that, I'm going to pass the floor real quick to the other people in the house, starting with Dusty over here. Why don't you tell the people what you got going on and what they can expect, especially tomorrow. We have something fun you can talk about for tomorrow.
Come watch us play Baldur's Gate on honor mode tomorrow, where we get very, very hard, and the game's difficult.
Getting so hard. It's not unbelievable.
Also, we do it every Saturday or Friday, depending on work schedules. And you can catch me here for D&D, where you might catch me making noises and shit, like and shit.
There you go.
Oh, I love that.
There's a cat here. Ryan,
Catty.
what are you going on?
I'm gonna do the cabin factory in like half an hour. I'm gonna go get some food, and then I'm gonna come back, and we're gonna do late night.
Hell yeah. What's Dusty's channel? So you can find him at JTB. And then there's Rye. You can go there. Chris does not stream himself, but Chris, if you got anything going on, tell the people. No, nothing. He says nothing. And then of course, Kieran, what do you got going on today? What is happening in the stream world for you? What can we expect in the near future?
Tomorrow is gonna be our annual drinking and gaming stream.
We love
Gonna be community games, some golf with your friends, maybe some Uno. Depends what we feel like. Everyone who wants to join is more than welcome to.
Yay!
And other than that, it's just Christmas, and then afterwards, somewhere next week, most likely, I will be joining Mr. Rusty again for some Far Cry, if we get the planning.
We're very excited. Chowder's very hyper. I can't wait. We're going to make it happen. Maybe on Friday after work. We'll probably sing that.
Sounds good.
Anyway, everyone, this is Chowder from me and Chowder. Everyone have a good one. Jim Ness Squirt, thank you for the follow, my friend. We're just about to raid out. Hope you have a good night. Hope you check out the D&D next week. We'll be back with our Christmas holiday special next Monday.
Yay.
Don't miss it. I can't wait, y'all. In the meantime, y'all know the spiel. I have been Rusty. These have been my friends. And you all have been awesome. We will see you tomorrow for some Baldur's Gate. And again, special thanks to Kieran for joining us for today's D&D game. Much love to you, brother. We'll see y'all next time.
Love you.